What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your baby J Jack in the building. Thawed family in the building. You know what it is. The fellas with me. You know, fellas with you. Who can go against you? So, hey, check it out. We finna talk some news. I guess you know a couple of things in news, but before we get into it, hey, what up, fellas? What's going on with all y'all? Go and pop your stuff first. Who popping it first?
I'll jump in there. What up? What up, though? Man, just chilling.
I'm
Ready to
black.
talk some news. Ready to talk, some draft and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? And just kick it.
No doubt.
Yeah, what's happening, y'all, man? Y'all know me. I don't really know nothing about the draft. I don't even know who got drafted, but I'm finna sit here and talk about it with y'all, man.
Yeah, yeah. So Dre B in the building too. What up with your bro? Sports Talk Texas joining in. Thawed family in the building.
What up? What up?
Yeah, man. You know, you see he active, getting his
Man, what
busy
up,
on.
man? Say, man, all love, baby, coming from Texas, baby.
No doubt, no doubt. I see the background up there, got it playing at the same time. Yeah. Hey, so Pete, if you're watching
Let
this,
them
we
let them
streaming on
know, man. Let
multiple
them see it.
we streaming on multiple platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you rocking with us at. We appreciate y'all. Salute to y'all for rocking with us. And we're just gonna talk about some news, but you already know the football news probably dominated most of the news. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get to talking about, the NFL draft because for the first thing is most of us was our roots in Michigan. Hey, it was in Detroit. We don't know when it might see it again in Detroit. So uh, I guess that'll be the first topic. NFL draft that was in Detroit. Not just the drafts and all the
Yeah.
picks, but the fact they was in Detroit.
Oh, no doubt. And you still got another day after today. You know what I'm saying? It's going on right now, actually. So my eyes is going two different ways. I'm looking at the screen. I'm trying to follow it, but no, huge crowds down there, man. To the point where they had to shut down the plaza. It was like go
Yeah.
somewhere else and watch it. Like we can't get nobody else in the plaza. Like it was
And
like that's crazy.
matter of fact, since you said that, Jeff, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share this right here to show. If y'all want to see what human ants look like, this is what it was: 275,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, check this out.
Man, that whole plaza
At
just
the
filled.
draft in Detroit.
My anxiety
How
with
much
that.
money y'all think that generated, man?
Oh man,
Woo!
Mills, huh?
oh you know it, man.
TV
Oh
revenue,
yeah,
everything.
man.
Everything, like all the
Yeah,
small businesses around there.
yeah,
All
man.
the restaurants, shoot. I imagine even the barbers. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Right,
line me
right.
up real quick. Line me
That's
up.
right.
Yeah.
Yup, yup.
Oh yeah,
That's
you know it's
cool,
some good
man.
eating going on. You
Oh
know it
man,
was
you
Yeah,
some
know
good
it.
yeah,
eating going on.
yeah.
Yeah, hate to miss
Yeah,
it.
That's cool, man. Love to
yeah,
see it,
But
man.
yeah. It's
that's
great,
the
man. It's
that's
great.
the
I
podium.
even I was gonna go down. I couldn't make it. I had some other stuff to go on, but I was looking at stuff like I was thinking about what I'm saying, maybe going down, staying overnight. And man, I looked at it. I popped on a site for a hotel. That joint was like 900 for a night.
Whoa,
Guess
Well,
I stay at the crib.
900.
Ooh.
somebody told me about $100 to park. I knew that was not the place for me to be.
Yeah, yep.
Man, bro. Hey, like we say, it was nothing but money down there. You know, Detroit. Hey, bro, big money down there. That's all I can say. You see all them people, 275,000.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Shout out Mike Donald.
What
Shout
up,
out to
Mike?
Mike Donald. See you out there, bro. First
Yeah,
kind of salute to you, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Y'all go
now,
check out TDFA. They don't fuck
no
around.
doubt. Yeah,
TDFA.
right now, the commissioner said today, as of right now, at this moment, it was like 225,000 for the
Yeah.
second day. So,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
they feeling the plaza, man. So
And you
So
gotta
you
they
get
think they
you
still
get
got
told
a
them.
tomorrow.
You
you
gotta
get a
think they made
thousand
them shut it
people.
down.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, they gotta, yeah,
Yeah, they shut it down. They made them stop coming.
yeah, because you got to go through an entry point, and so they keeping a tally, and what I'm saying, it's gated in basically. Because I went to the
Hmm.
one in Chicago, man, and it was amazing. A couple years back, and so, but you walk through, you know what I'm saying, they check bags and, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, and you got to walk through this point. So they know when they get to a certain number, they gotta shut it down. So
yeah, so big up to Detroit, Michigan. We ain't hear nothing crazy going on either, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up.
no,
Yeah,
it
you know
ain't
what I
gonna
mean?
happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Hey,
Yeah,
we
that's
talked
what's
about
up.
that on the show too. We talked about that. All the stuff is fed. We probably had all alphabets out there. You
Oh,
had
man.
everything.
Oh man. Yeah, ain't nothing happening. Nah, they got all kind of agencies in the mix.
Hey, you know what? Detroit is. I'm happy for 'em, man. I'm definitely happy for the big city of Michigan, and that's good that they've been like precautious like on the crime because this is gonna help like going forward. You know what I'm saying? To have more big
Yeah,
stuff like that for the state and the city. So
no doubt.
and I also want to throw out the fact that the Detroit Lions will be coming to Dallas third year
I gotta
straight.
try to go there. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got to come down. I can't believe it's been 3 years in a row, but yeah, that's cool, man. As long as we stay competitive, we can get big primetime games against other big cities. You know what I'm saying? Big teams.
Yeah, we just gotta get better refs. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Yeah.
we gotta take some
They
other refs.
home cooking. You know they're gonna get that
Yeah,
home cooking.
Hard to beat Jerry's money in Texas, man.
man. No
For
doubt.
real.
No
We
doubt.
know what it is. We know
Yes,
what
sir.
it
Yeah.
is down there. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm gonna share this one too. This is what they talk about. They set everybody talked about how they set the record up there. So you know that's big. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
All right.
Yep.
That's a
Yeah, it's
lot of
all.
damn money.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
You all
they
them
killing
people,
it,
bro.
man. So
So
we
that's
got a
dope.
couple Saginaw vendors that went down there. I know Robbie D. He went down there with his
Okay.
trailer. You know what I'm
That's what's
saying?
up.
Yeah.
He was able to, you know what I'm saying, get in on the mix and you know, he down there right now.
Yeah.
So he gonna mess around and with all them people down there, man. Shit, he gonna come back and should have 2 or 3 more trailers.
Yeah, hit Detroit. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's a good avenue to hit. He always
Man,
been down there though.
yeah.
From what I've seen,
So
yeah.
he hitting the lick this weekend. So
That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
That's the
Get
place
that
to be.
money.
yeah, I mean,
You
it ain't
can't
gonna be
make a
the
few
same,
bucks down there. You don't want to.
man. It ain't gonna be the same, but you know what I'm saying, you know, coming up next month here in Saginaw, you know, you're gonna have the Memorial Cup, which is basically the Super Bowl of hockey, you know, for, you know, like OHL hockey, that like that. Um, that's gonna be a 10-day thing here and similar impact, man, where they're expecting like $40 million of revenue coming to the city. You know what I'm saying? And thousands of people coming because you know you got all those OHL teams. The Saginaw Spirit is hosting. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I could that kind of impact, man, can really change a city.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
said
got we
this is
got
hockey league?
LD. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
yep. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I'm
OHL, I think
sure
it
trying
is.
to think about a way I can make some money out of that.
Yeah, you better
Man,
hurry
Yeah,
up.
you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing, shoot. Just Uber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just
okay.
you know what I'm
Real talk.
saying, or just get you a couple coolers, be out there selling some water or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be all kind of folks that's just walking. You know what I'm saying? They just walking downtown. Well, guess what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm walking
Money
downtown.
hanging,
It's middle of summer. It's
Hustle,
money hanging out
hustle.
their
85
pocket.
degrees.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
money
need a
hanging out their
water or
pocket.
something. I'm gonna need a water, a popsicle or something. You know what
You
I'm saying?
probably.
Yeah.
I wonder how much. I wonder how
Oh
much it
shit.
costs for a vendor's license.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, in the particular area, where the arena is, I'm
We
not
got the
sure. I know they're
waterman in the
selling
building.
vendor spots there,
Let me see
but
if I
I'm
can
just saying
change that up.
downtown,
Yeah.
like you know, CO
Hey y'all,
CO
when I
Willie.
went to when I had went to California and watched
We got the
Detroit.
waterman.
Look at him. I
Huh?
see Jeff J. Jack
Oh,
Kerry in the house.
wow. Oh, wow.
I see
What
all
We
up,
got the
two.
Waterman?
waterman in the building.
What's up, boy?
What
You
I see
good?
up,
all two
waterman?
out here. What's up, fellas?
What's
Say
going
what's
on?
What
down
up?
to
What up?
LDTV too.
You say
Yeah, he
what?
said go
What up, Larry?
Panthers.
What up, Larry? That's my dog, Larry. He be on
Yeah, he
Sports
said
Talk
go
Texas. You know what
Panthers.
I'm saying? Yeah,
Salute
yeah.
to
He
you.
are,
Salute to
That's
that's
you,
what's
what's
up.
up.
Larry.
That's what's up. All
Yeah,
right,
salute
I
to
said
everybody that's
close.
checking us out. Waterman.
No, I see y'all be doing y'all thing, fellas.
No doubt. No
Trying to
doubt.
do a
We
little
just-
something,
Conversations be going.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Hey,
We just talking about right now. We just talking about the NFL draft in Detroit. You know what I mean, and everything going on about the 275,000, the economy boost and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I want to ask y'all, is it true? Because I won't be up there like that. Is it true that somebody stole the E off the D?
Not
knew your
already. I
ass-
hope not.
I knew you was going.
Hey,
I
hey,
think
I wouldn't
know
doubt
if
it.
it's true.
I think that was
Yeah.
AI.
Okay. I didn't know if it was confirmed
Hey.
or denied.
I know when Bone Thug got their street name in Cleveland, right on their block, somebody got it three times in a row. As soon as they put another one up, so I wouldn't doubt
Get
it.
out of here.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
that
West,
might
baby.
want some money now.
That's a big E. They ain't just roll up and grab that. So
Okay, so it's bigger than it looked there, huh?
it's big. It's way bigger than it look.
Okay.
It looked like the size of a compact car from here. You know what I'm saying?
You know, cats be clowning on the internet, man. No, they put that mug on there with a crane, man. Like,
Okay,
Oh, wow.
okay.
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 It is a nice structure to behold there.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
All love.
Next time I'm up there this summer, so I'm gonna have to go take a look at it.
Yeah. You're gonna have to pull over because you'll pass that mug real quick. It's on 94. It's on 94. You be like, there it goes.
Yeah, but too slow. You gonna
Look,
run you right about that
by the time you
joint.
tell them to look, you don't miss it. Look.
Yeah.
Say,
All right,
man.
so somebody was on the internet when you order off Temu. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah, wow, man.
Hey, they mug didn't. They hadn't even put the final. They hadn't even put the T on yet before old boy made that rap song about it.
yeah, I saw that song.
G Mac, yeah. Already made it, so they hadn't even put the T down yet.
All
Boys
right,
was
so how
disgruntled.
did time go? Caleb went number one. I don't know what happened after that. How did drive go?
Man, I thought you was
Who
doing
watched
your
it yet?
Lions fans thing, man.
Nah, I do love my lines. You know, I
went to the
3
game?
games last year. I plan
Yeah,
on
I
going
know.
to 4 games this year, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You
That's
ain't watched
the
the
goal.
draft?
No, I ain't
Yeah.
watched the drive though, man. I don't be on the draft too heavy.
Somebody give a review then.
You say what?
Somebody give a review of the first round real
Man.
fast. You know the picks, man.
We got Terry Arnold. That's all you got to know, really.
Hey.
Lions got
What he
him, so he said, "What he
What's his
do?"
position?
Cornerback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
corner, man.
All right, we needed a quarterback because we got rid of old boy.
CJ
Yeah,
and
he got rid of himself.
Sutton, right?
Oh, we
Yeah.
got rid of the whole secondary?
You got rid of Sutton, I know.
Dang.
He got rid of himself. Yeah.
Which, yeah, right. Which it's sad what happened to him, but I guess I gotta pray about it. But I silently cheered. Like,
Wow.
No, I know CJ Gardner was talking
Peace,
about
dog.
that.
Did he end up getting a felony domestic or is it like a misdemeanor? What's up with that? I hadn't heard nothing about it.
I think he got off. Yeah.
Once the Lions said they cut him, I was done with the story.
Hey,
Like,
we
all right.
cut ties too.
He'll figure it out from here. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel it, man.
Yeah.
I hate to
He
say it
Hey.
like that.
The GM told us you cut it. You cut it.
Larry said you don't watch the draft. You ain't no real fan. Always getting. Hey, what's wrong with you, Waterman? You get trolled for just coming on.
Oh,
So
man, I'm telling you, they be on my neck, bro.
hey, Waterman. So Waterman, people know about him because he's the Scottie Pippen is the greatest Chicago Bull guy.
Bro.
And so when we talk, I'll be like showing my people, my barbers, I'll be like, look what this nigga just posted, man. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, we gotta get him on the show. Does he mean that?
No, legit.
He don't mean it. He be trolling.
I know he don't.
Legit,
I know he trolling.
legit. You know I ain't no Eric Gunner fan. Come on, y'all.
I know
I don't
that.
like Eric Gunner. I look at it like this. All five of us from Michigan. We grew up in the 80s. Man, as an 80s baby, I was a diehard Detroit Piston fan. That's what made me fall in love with basketball, Bad Boys. And we hated Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So through the years when they started winning, I still never liked them. Of course, I still was rocking his kicks, but I ain't like him.
But bro, LeBron played the
You hear
Pistons
this
too.
man? I want you to listen to this man, Michael.
LeBron played the Pistons too. Who you cheer
No,
for?
but you know what? No. Even on that aspect, I always go for my Pistons over everybody. Don't get me wrong. But I wore number 33 when the Bulls started taking off because of Scottie Pippen. I started looking around like, dang, homie can do everything on the court. Like, he can score, he can assist, he can rebound, he gonna guard your best player. He's super long arms like me. So I always wanted to be like Scottie Pippen. I ain't never was an Air Gunner fan. I thought he was gunning too much. I felt
Nothing wrong with that.
Then he needed 40 shots to get his 40. I can't respect him like that.
Larry said, hold on, Waterman is the Scotty.
Yes, that's him. That's him, brother.
His name is Scottie Pippen.
Jeff, I gotta go to a reasonable person. Jeff and Kerry. Tell the truth. They the reasonable bunch on here. Now,
okay.
On the Bulls winning 6 championships, Scottie Pippen led the team in points. I mean, blah, 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 blah.
Go to your chance. You've been wanting to get on here.
Let's go.
Team in rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, field goal percentage. Like, he led the team in everything but the points.
You mean total? You mean total, Waterman? Waterman, are you talking about total?
He said you got Scotty tattooed on you.
No, I don't go that serious. That's one thing to say here.
Waterman, I got a question, Waterman.
Go ahead.
So are you talking about cumulative stats, like total, or are we talking about averages? Because he doesn't lead average in all of those categories. You know that, right?
No, he led the team during those years of the run. And he's still the Bulls all-time leading playoffs.
You didn't answer my question, though, Waterman.
Wins in playoffs for the Bulls.
You didn't answer my question, Waterman. You didn't answer my question, bro. I said, are you using total stats in those years of championships? Or are you using average? Because if you go by average, Michael Jordan leads in those categories, not Scottie Pippen.
Why would we go by average when we got totals, man?
I mean, why would you go by averages? Because I need to know what you do every game, not what you're doing at the end of your career or after the end of 100 games. The average is letting me know what your performance is about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but the total is gonna give you how much did this person put in. Like if we say, hey, this dude averaged 30 points a game, but he never scored 10,000 in your jersey, he don't get his jersey retired.
That's why he like LeBron, because he played. He about 30 years in and shit. That's why he don't care about that. He don't care how many he got per game.
Not at all. No, and that's the thing. I'm a LeBron guy because and think about this. I want to say this to all y'all. Understand the LeBron take on here. I'm a Carmelo Anthony fan. Carmelo Anthony is my favorite gunner.
I might want to put your boy name on up there then for you. What talking about? What is LeBron James?
Yeah. I mean, since we're gonna talk about it, let's go on here.
Let's go and talk about it then. Hey, so what you think about
LeBron? Why y'all be hating on the man?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it. Hold on, I'm just getting my game set up real quick. Get this raise. I ain't winning nowhere.
For 10 years. For 10 years. That man hogged all the best players in the East for 10 years.
Come on now.
For 10 straight years, D. All the best players in the East played with him at some point.
Yeah.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Eliminate the competition.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Hey, he's a good player, but in my position, I mean, in my opinion, for a long time, man, he had the odds stacked in his favor because. You know what I'm saying? He kept getting he kept all the best players. Or, right up there at the top. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else got a chance to even build teams to keep up with his.
Come on now.
Because everybody was playing with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Pacer fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Pacer fan. I got up close and personal looks at him for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? He spoiled my party for a couple of years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he had stacked teams all the time. I don't know a time. Only time he didn't have a stacked team was his first couple of years.
All right, so when he took Matthew Dellavedova and Andrew Berge out to the finals, that was a stacked team?
No, like I said, his first couple of years he ain't had none, and maybe for his first finals, but after that he ain't. Most of his team was stacked. I'm just saying, nobody's gonna disagree when we say if he was in the East for 13 years. About 9 to 10 of those years, he was on stacked team.
All right. So let me hit that argument real quick, y'all.
I want to get into.
I want to chop that up.
I want to talk too.
Now, did Eric Garner not have a stacked team?
When?
Nah.
What you mean when? He played 15 years for the same franchise. Was that team not stacked?
For 15 years, his team was stacked.
He did get Rodman.
15 years, his team was stacked, bro.
Rodman got booted from the Spurs. They didn't even want it no more.
All right. Rodman was the best rebounder and best big man defender, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Jack, can I ask you something?
With San Antonio, though.
Waterman, Jack, hold on. So you're just gonna skip over the first three because you said 15 years he had a stacked team. The first three-peat was a stacked team. Before we jump to the stacked team,
the first three-peat was a stacked team. Yes.
How?
Let me hit you. All right. Hall of Fame GM Jerry Reinsdorf. Hall of Fame offense, the triangle. Hall of Fame coach.
Sir, hold on.
I'm answering your question.
You said
Hall of
you're
Fame,
not.
second option, Scottie Pippen.
Jerry was not a Hall of Fame nothing when they got there. He wasn't a Hall of Fame anything. Jerry was not. Jerry, the dude you said was a Hall of Fame GM.
Jerry Reinsdorf.
They wasn't Hall of Famers at the time.
Wasn't nothing about Chicago.
Michael Jordan wasn't either.
Oh, he wasn't what? He wasn't one of the best players to come out of college. He wasn't the best player to come out of college at the time. Top 5.
No, Hakeem was.
He wasn't. He wasn't in the top 5.
Sam Bowie was.
So he wasn't. What's Sam Bowie doing in the league? What did he do for Portland?
Man, I'm answering your question. You keep moving the goalposts.
No, you moving the goalposts.
You said he was the best man to come out of college.
You said they had a stacked team. You said they had a. I said top 5. That's what I said. Now you said that this man had a stacked team. There's nobody on that team stacked, bro. LeBron came in the Eastern Conference, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just said that to you. He come out the Eastern Conference. That's why you get swept. That's why you get swept. You know what I'm saying? When you get there, because you got a stacked team and you got everybody on your side. Then when you get to the West, you get blew out.
Did we not win this year?
Who was we? What you talking about?
Go James crew. Did he not get a banner put up this year?
The Go James crew, that's your name?
Wait. What banner you talking about? What banner you talking about, fam?
That in-season tournament?
That's what you talking about? Oh, okay.
That Gus Macker title, I guess. Yeah.
Man, come on, bro.
They're all team. All right.
Got the gold ball.
Come on now. They're all team.
They be killing me though.
They're all team for it.
He said the in-season tournament, bro.
Then we put the banner up. They're all teams to be for it.
Hey, it'd be crazy though. It'd be crazy though, because they be like, Jordan ain't win the in-season tournament. It's like, what?
No, they be like Bill Russell ain't win Finals MVP.
Who said that?
Because they ain't have it back then. You know what I'm saying? But no, what I'm saying is we put up a banner this year. Go James did what he's supposed to do. He added a banner to the Rockets.
Hey, answer his question right. Waterman, answer his question right there.
Larry, hold on. Who's my NBA team? Okay, that's a good question, bro. My team is wherever Go James play at.
Yeah.
What happens after that, bro? Waterman, what happens after that?
All right, after that, I'm back on my Detroit Pistons. So you
y'all accepted that man back.
Detroit is my team by default.
As
now I go everywhere.
As the president of the Detroit Bandwagon Authority, you're gonna have to do a little work, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Make it work, man.
Man, no, y'all gotta give me that. I'm from Michigan. I have my back-to-back T-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
That dude,
I was out there back in the day, 990 for the parades.
Man, we was out there on here, bro.
All right, Jay Jack, did we put up a banner this year or what? Did we put a banner? Did we add a banner to the round?
Can we talk about where you at right now? 03?
Yeah, let's do that.
Can we talk about that?
You talking about
why that is?
Back in November.
Think about this. Popping bottles for that in-season tournament. Yeah, they would.
and now it's just basketball. Now that you about to leave and go home, it's just basketball.
Okay,
his fans think the in-season tournament is a big deal, but he don't have a chance. He has a chance to move to the next round, but it's just basketball.
Damn, Waterman.
Ask him who is his team? Who is team?
Who, me?
Yeah. Who your team?
Me? Come on, Dre. Hey, bro. Say.
Who your team?
Say, man, Mav up, bro. You can Mav up around here. Yeah, that's what we do around here. That's why I'm on your neck all the time.
Oh, Lord.
That's why I be
I
on
live in
Lakers
Dallas
and
and
your
I hate
neck
the
all the
Mavs.
time. Oh,
I live in
that's-
Dallas. I wouldn't be caught dead going for the Mavs or the Cowboys.
That's you. That's cool. That ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, they ain't never gonna go nowhere.
All right, I ain't no Cowboys
Can we
fan, so I ain't
address?
tripping on that.
Can
But
we
I'm a
address
Mavs
why?
fan, so.
Can we address current like why?
Okay.
Like so, LA is down 0-3 to Denver. Like can
Yes,
we?
sir.
You know what I'm saying?
It's basketball.
Like what do y'all think the reason for that is? Like what is your assessment of the series so far?
Yeah,
I
Water,
say,
man.
yeah,
That's serious.
Y'all ain't seen that man pouting? He been pouting the whole series. Every time I see a highlight, it's him pouting.
What's
Man,
your
what's your
hey,
problem?
Waterman?
What's your problem with Go James, bro?
Hey,
Yo,
Waterman.
Go James had his glasses on.
Hold on. Wait, Waterman. Hey, Jeff got a good question. Since you're the resident, I don't want to say Laker fan because I don't think you're a Laker fan.
Definitely ain't a Laker
Not at
fan.
all.
But Brian fan, what's your take on the game and why they down 3 games? Three.
First of all, they get out to big leads in the first half every game. They have trouble in the second half of maintaining. They first was struggling in the altitude.
Just a little, bro.
But this last game, that was D'Lo. They guard play D'Lo, Austin Reeves, and I even add in Rui Hachimura. All together, those 3 dudes gave you 7 points last game. You can't have 3 of your starters add up to 7 points in a game. D'Lo was 0 for 7, 0 for 6 from the 3-point line. Any of those, if he even hit his average, they win that game. They lost by 7. Should he shoot his average, they win that game. So my big thing is inconsistent guard play, failure to close out games down the stretch, and poor second half showings. That's what I would put the game down to.
So you don't think LeBron have no fault in it?
Not a lick.
I want to make sure everybody
get a chance. What about the last game? He only shot 2 shots the whole 4.
Make sure everybody get a shot at this.
Is LeBron not getting 27 a game in this series?
It's like empty stats.
I
always heard about empty stats.
Empty stats.
Yeah, it's the game inside of the game.
Hold on. This is why I want to tell you, Waterman. You already said they get the big leads in the first half.
Yes,
right?
That's LeBron.
And your bench man don't take over to keep to put the dagger in the heart.
Why are we asking a 40-year-old man to be the best man on the team?
You just said he was. You can't have both of them. You just said.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that, Jeff. Jeff and Jack, can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
just real fast. I agree with that, Waterman. I think that your boy, that you like, should not be a first or a second option. I think he should be third at best, right?
I agree.
And not handling the ball. His usage
he don't
rate
want
should be
that though.
lower.
He's not gonna let it be happen.
And we know this, but this is his MO since his career.
Yeah.
So I think that he should be like the guy. If he play like a 4-out-and-1 offense, he's the one in that center area, facilitating, setting screens, and helping out on hustle plays instead of being the guy that's like stopping Austin Reeves from developing. Letting Davis be the main guy. You see what I'm saying? Letting Russell run the offense like he needs to run the offense and get a rhythm. Early in the season, probably the middle part of the season, Russell even said he was frustrated. He's frustrated because he wants to play free. As a point guard, he wants to play free. He can't play his position. So that holds the team back from being a better team. That holds the coach back from being able to coach to his highest ability, because we have to cater to somebody who's way past their prime, but they're still putting in numbers. So we got to act like these numbers mean something, but it's hurting the team by getting his numbers, bro. That's what they mean by empty stats.
Let me get us a follow-up. I don't agree. I cannot concur with that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like LeBron been trying to get that team up to AD for the longest time. He been trying to get the ball over to men he trusts for the longest time. I saw him kick the ball to D'Lo. D'Lo throwing it back to him, looking at him. He's like, no, shoot it, because I'm going to need you in the playoffs to have that kind of aggression. Now, my big thing, I'm going to tell you.
He whooped on their mentality. He done whooped on their mentality. They don't even want to. They don't want to do nothing with
No, they have a certain reverence. They got a certain reverence being around Go Jane. The man shine too much. So they look at him. Aura, so they can't help but glaze the man. And he needs them to be able to go to war. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what he can do to save his career going forward. What Go James need to do to save his career going forward.
Save his career? That nigga finna retire, bro.
Man.
All right, no, this is what he needs to do. I got 3 options for him.
Go ahead.
First option, he needs to just play home games for the rest of the year, the next year. Just play home games. That's it. Number 2 option, just play after All-Star break. That's the second option. Number 3 option, LeBron James should take a year off and come back and be a 6-man for the rest of his days. I think he can lead a second unit, and do everything Go James do, getting about 22 minutes a game.
I got
So
another.
what he gonna be doing with? So what he gonna be doing with
Can I
that?
offer
man?
another option?
Yeah. Oh, what's the other option?
The other option would be actually just play team ball.
There you go.
And
Well,
just move the ball. No,
Only-
don't.
No, he
Can
don't.
I-
bro.
Like, come on, bro. And I ain't even
Can I-
really a
can I
Bron
add
hater,
something
but
too?
He's not getting 7-8 assists a game.
You gotta admit he's ball dominant, bro.
He's not getting 7-8 assists
and
a
if
game.
you're ball dominant, you're gonna stagnate the offense. Even
See,
if
this
he's
my-
not intending to do it, he is because he's ball dominant. That's
But
the
see, this my issue.
adjustment. He got to move the ball
And this is my issue,
and
Jeff,
then
on
get
what
the
you
ball
said.
to AD. That's it.
This is my issue with what you said, Jeff, about not being so ball dominant. And on top of what Waterman said. Now you talk about how the first half James got in there, being ball dominant.
Mhm.
Why you disappearing in the last half when you got to keep doing what you did to? Yeah, he's 40 years old. I understand that, but you've been ball dominant all year. This is playoff time. This is when you supposed to be.
He is a
the
horrible
best player.
leader. LeBron James is a horrible leader.
Not just for the
Nobody here like Go James. Nobody here like Go James.
It ain't that I don't like him. He's just a horrible leader. He show it, and it's showing bad now.
Hey, I know a dude that couldn't go to his left. They give more love than y'all.
No, that been debunked. That been debunked so many times, but that ain't the issue. We ain't talking about that. I'm talking about Brian right now in these playoff games. I just talked about how the Nuggets got like what they main two players ain't touching the Lakers' main three. You feel me?
So y'all think Go James go get swept tomorrow?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a horrible leader, man. He is a horrible leader, man.
They're gonna get one.
I can't believe Kerry on board with that, man.
Man, he is like all I'm saying is this. I just watch his highlights, and he ain't leading them. He really looked like he trying to, like you say, try to pass it off. It's almost like his head ain't in it or something. Like he gave up a while back. He gave up like the first game or something.
Man, who is LDTV?
That's Larry, man. That's Sports Talk Texas, man. He on your neck, man.
He ain't gonna change this game after 20 years of doing things one way. Yeah.
Come on, man.
And then you get to the third and fourth quarter. Don't be ball dominant in the first half. Get your team a lead, and then you disappear and say, "Hey, y'all got to do it the rest of the way." No, this is your time to be who you say you is. The greatest. Y'all greatest. Be the greatest. There's no way Djokovic. There's no way Djokovic should be. Everybody talking about how great he is during the time when you supposed to have the greatest. Y'all claim the greatest right now on the court with him. There's no way Jokic should be out there being the greatest now in his game.
Jokic is a good player.
I'll take Jokic over Shaq.
Doing what?
I ain't even talking about that. We ain't talking about the past to the.
You're better center
right now. Right now in this game. You ain't gonna take him over Shaq, bro.
He the best player in the game.
No.
Man, he ain't been the best player in the game in like the last 4 or 5 years, though.
Well, why he got 3
MVPs?
Like this. Why he got 3 MVPs in the last 4 years?
I'm gonna tell you like this, Waterman. If he the best player in the game right now, as slow and slew-footed as he is, then that's telling you something about them. The way what you saying is debunking what you feel about the past games or the players that played.
All right.
This is the slowest man in the game between him and Luka, 2 of the slowest cats out there.
But they
they B-boy IQ. That's all you need.
Have a good weekend, all right, brother?
All right. Let me give you this, J Jack, on some real stuff. Just hear me out. I feel like the players today are so much more skilled than the players of yesteryear. Now, if we don't be careful, we not grooming. Like me, I got my boys 13, 12, 11. If we are not careful, we don't groom the next generation of skilled basketball players. Because over there, they eat, sleep, and shit basketball. They learning cuts and actions and all kind of different stuff. We don't learn the terminology, the plays. We don't develop our players.
I disagree.
International players over here are a lot more skilled.
I disagree. Only thing I disagree with is I don't disagree with skill because a lot of them are skilled. But even LeBron say that LeBron, you go watch. That's your boy. I watch everything in basketball, and I remember I seen how LeBron talk about the players of the day. They can't read a play unless the coach tells them to. Go and watch it. I'm saying
he's talking about the American players. You talking about go watch that with JJ Redick. You talking about the American players?
These are the people you saying more skilled. No, they're
I'm
more
talking about the international players. I'm talking about the international players.
Even the international players. Listen.
Don't get your Luka like you said.
A lot of them are very athletic. Now you got Luka, you got Jokic. You can even put Embiid in there.
You can put Sengun in Houston. You can put
Giannis
in Sacramento.
It's a lot of them. It's a lot.
Yeah, they're coming over here more skilled. Joker's can't be stopped because he can assist.
They ain't just skilled though. They actually running basketball. They know basketball IQ. They got basketball IQ. They can read what you probably gonna do before you do it. A lot of times it's about how you think on the court, what they think on the court. That's why when people talk about the 80s, 90s, 2000s, you can't put what people think. You can't put what they thinking at that time. You can't say Isaiah can't play now because of his mind. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can talk about how they can jump, but a lot of times with defense right now, bro, when they jump, they already out the way. You know what I mean?
Because the dudes are jumping higher. The dudes are stronger now.
It's not about jumping higher, bro. It's not about jumping higher, bro, because it's a certain thing. It's called offensive foul and planting your feet outside the post. But when you know you're going to get the foul called on you, you're not going to do it. That's one thing that doesn't change. No, I love the game right now. You know why? Because the refs are called. Cool. Look at the scores right now, bro. They're 102 to 93, 105 to 97, 100.
Let me ask
about two weeks to a month ago, the scores was 140 to 150.
I saw that. Now, Jack, let me interject for a second. I gotta ask Dre a question.
What up?
Name me the top 5 shooting guards of the 80s, bro.
Who
was the competition for the defensive player of the year?
The 80s, bro? I was born in 76.
Who was the top 5 shooting guards that Eric Gunner had to guard in the 80s? He was getting these guys. He's such a great defender. I'm asking y'all, who was he guarding?
Okay, bro.
It came out like
I'm not gonna play with you. Hey, Waterman, you asked me a question, so I'm gonna answer your question. I'm not gonna play with you with all this. I'm not gonna play with you, right? Listen, the 80s was not about dominant shooting guards. Okay. You said the 80s. The 80s was not. It was big men, bro. That's what the game was, right? Now if you go to the 90s and you want to talk about shooting guards, then we can talk. But if you want, so it's not. You got a guy who comes in who's one of the greatest.
Answer my question.
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question. I just said this. I'm not gonna listen, bro. I'm not gonna do this with you. I just said this. There were no shooting guards in the 80s. There's no competition in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? I just said that. The competition for Jordan is in the 90s with the shooting guards, not the 80s. You know what I'm saying? What does the 80s have to do? He didn't win nothing in the 80s.
He didn't win nothing in the 80s.
He didn't win nothing but individual awards in the 80s. So why does it matter what the competition was? The competition is when he wins his stuff in the 90s. One MVP.
Yeah, but you had the 80s was like what it is right now. The 80s was running gun. It was a high scoring game. I think Detroit had one of the highest scores, like 170 to 180.
But I bet you we got 5 shooting guards today.
Huh? Yeah, we do.
I bet we got 5 shooting guards today.
But bro, you can break all that down, bro. If you know the b-ball history and you know Jerry Coangelo, you know how it was sculpted to be that way. I seen a 7-foot guy in high school. I forgot his name because he's gonna be a beast. But when LeBron retired, I say when he retired, they gonna shift back. Bro, watch when I say the big men coming back. They've been coming back, but they doing different things.
They ain't got no post no more.
Hakeem was teaching the small people's post moves. He was teaching Kobe and LeBron. Hakeem was. You got the old school cats that was teaching these new cats, bro. Bro, come on, you know the game.
I don't think somebody like Jokic or other dude even would even be top players in the 90s. Because for one, these dudes been skilled. European players been having the same skills forever. Okay. But it was the time that they couldn't come in the league and dominate. There was no way that you was gonna get him and that Shaq and him and Hakeem and them was gonna let them men eat like that. It was no way. Not in the 90s.
I got the perfect counter argument for that, Kerry.
Okay.
Perfect counter argument. A man that came to the NBA from Serbia in the 1990s.
Sabonis.
RV,
but he didn't dominate, and then he got in at the end of his career.
In at 40.
Deadlift Shrimp. You had a lot of cats.
No, but Arvidas
What I'm telling you is, I'm not saying them guys couldn't have wasn't good. What I'm telling you is, those guys would never ever in their life be considered to be top players, sir. They'd be serviceable, like Sabonis was serviceable, like Deadlift Shrimp was serviceable, like old boy that shoot all the threes from the Kings, he was serviceable, but none of those type of players would ever in their life even thought about being a top NBA player in the 90s because they wouldn't have been able to do it.
Jack, let me get this for just a second.
That's what Kerry used to talk. What Kerry talking about is back then. Remember, they always said a jump shooting team would never win a championship. They said that for the longest until Golden State won it, right?
Took a long
because
time.
it was a reason. It was a reason for that. And that was about the ball was controlled in the middle, right?
Right.
Well, once the middle, they cleared out the lane and they called all the fouls for the offense, it was a perimeter game. Who gonna benefit from the perimeter game? Shooting guards and point guards, right?
Well, let me stay on my Arvidas Sabonis point. Arvidas came to the NBA as a rookie in his 30s. What I'm trying to say to Kerry is, had a young Arvidas came to the NBA at 20 years old, he would have been an MVP in that league.
He didn't want to come over here because he knew he wasn't going to be no MVP. That's why I'm trying to tell you.
He enlisted from the country that he was in. They was in a war-torn country.
That's what the same way.
Why do y'all do all this would be good bees and babies?
We thought
Why do y'all do that?
was going to be
Why do y'all do that, bro?
I don't.
No, hey,
I don't
Waterman,
get
can I
into
ask
that. That's I'll let y'all have that.
I mean, y'all said that Jokers couldn't make it in the 90s. I'm saying they ain't killed enough.
Look, all I'm saying is this: you would not catch that Jokic dude. He wouldn't be no 3-time MVP in the 90s. I can tell you that much.
You can forget that. No way.
No way.
He'd be a good center, but he wouldn't be what he's the dominating center like he is now. It look like
no way. He would be no 3-time MVP.
Who go guard him? Patrick Ewing?
All them cats, man.
All them dudes gonna shut him down. You know what they're gonna do to him? He gonna foul out every game because he can't play no defense.
Oh,
bro,
he can't. Man, oh my goodness.
He won't be able to guard him. All I'm telling you is he wouldn't be able to guard these dudes, man. They're a different breed. They're a different breed than who he playing. He played with some dudes who want to shoot jumpers.
Listen to all the basketball talk. Did you hear?
I'm gonna tell you this: if that man ever meet a real big mean center, his ass is cooked.
They play for Golden State, the power forward.
He cooked.
Golden State, black dude. I forgot his name. Strong dude.
Hey, young the dude who young Boogie would have handled him if he'd have came around when old dude was playing for the Kings when he was young. He wouldn't have been able to just run with him.
Who are you talking about?
Was it David Young? Nah, damn, what was his name? Nah,
power forward for Davis.
He played for the Pacers. Got traded to Golden State. Won a championship with Steph now.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
David West.
I can't even think of my guy's name.
The gunman.
David West said.
David West.
They said David West said, "Listen, the guys from the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s would not be able to play with him and people like Mark Gasol and Zebo because they didn't weigh enough." He said Patrick Ewing was a strong center and he weighed 235. He said small forwards today weigh 235.
So
that was
what?
The
average size is the same thing, bro. It's the same. Look at the average sizes of every of the players. Let me shoot that down, bro.
Right, think about this. Michael Jordan played most of his career at 198.
Skill level was different, man.
220, bro.
He wasn't no 220 until the end.
How you know?
Listen, Michael Jordan played most of his career at 198.
He played half his career early, man. First 6 years. Stop, bro.
Listen, when Brian lost to the Spurs, how long did Duncan and Ginobili and Parker? How long did they play? Did they play in the 90s?
Yeah. What dog? Tim came in the
Duncan's 98.
Yeah,
98, right?
Yeah, 98.
And did they beat your boy? Was the game still? It was still able to play in that, or did they just fade off and couldn't play? Did they just fade? I want to know. Did they just?
I wouldn't call a player drafted. I wouldn't call a player drafted in 98 or 90s player, bro. But that's just me though.
Look,
What about
together.
Jason Kidd?
Look,
Jason Kidd was drafted in 93, 94.
Listen,
Go ahead. My bad.
You can trace the roots, bro. You can put Dwight Howard. He played Shaq. He played Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan, he was on the same team with David Robinson. David Robinson played Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon played with Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson, they played Kareem. Kareem played who? Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain played who? Bill Russell. All of these players have played against each other in a connection, bro. So you saying at one point in time they wouldn't be able to play? They wouldn't have been able to play against each other?
No, I'm saying that the game today is too fast and too skilled. You can't be a Patrick Ewing and get on the court today. Where can Patrick Ewing get on the court?
It depends on what the rules is. If you playing with the rules they played in the 90s, then
but analytics, you can't shoot a three. You can't be on the court. Why you think you can't get on the court if you can't shoot a three?
He's a top 5 center today, bro.
You say Patrick Ewing a top 5
all I say is
he had a
don't like to play hypotheticals. You like hypotheticals in your favor for some reason.
So if you can't play, why is Rudy Gobert still a dominant center?
Because he still affects wins. He still affects wins on a plus and minus level.
And what else?
And
Draymond Green do the same thing.
How many threes is Rudy Gobert shooting?
Oh, touche. Good point.
Okay, let's cut that mess out, bro.
Hey, but Jay Jack, that's another thing I want to say. While I was on my mind, you see how I can concede a point, Jay Jack? You see how I feel you? Nobody concede points, bro.
It ain't about conceding points. See, that's not a point to concede. That's a nigga's trapped in the corner, and you can't lie and wiggle your way out with some bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
That's when you need to point.
Hold on. Just because I don't sit up here and say what you want me to hear, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean I have to concede. I'm not going to concede bullshit to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't happen like that, bro. Like, for instance, you telling me Patrick Ewing wouldn't be able to play in today's game. And you just say I'm crazy. But then let me explain why I think Patrick Ewing can play in today's game. Patrick Ewing had a mid-range game. He could shoot a little bit short, longer than just like straight right under the basket. He had a little handle. I've seen that man drive to the hole and do layups before from the outside, not from the low post, not from the free throw line, by the 3-point line. So you telling me that Patrick Ewing, because when I look at, I'm gonna give you an example of who Patrick Ewing is if he went to all these AAU things that all these players have gone to. Embiid is Patrick Ewing. Okay, same. Yes, yeah. It's the same dude. Same dude, bro. Same handle, same game, except longer range.
It's just a different emphasis on the game, though. It's a different emphasis. It's like this.
These new centers don't have the same type of individual game that the old centers had.
Nowhere near. Are you saying that Embiid is not? You saying that Patrick Ewing is more skilled than Embiid?
I didn't say that. See,
I didn't say that.
Oh, he's more skilled because of what he's doing today. They all got personal shooters and personal coaches, personal shooting coaches, personal dribbling coaches. They got everything right now too. That's one thing too. But listen. Paint a picture for you. You know what I mean? Embiid, think of how we as Pistons fans felt when we had Andre Drummond getting 20 rebounds, could get 20 points, dominate in the middle, and they told that boy to go step out and shoot threes, and he started hawking them threes up, and we was like, what the hell? Greg Monroe the same too. Took away their whole game, whole thing that they did. It destroyed them as a center. Everybody ain't meant for that, bro. It don't. Just because they can shoot it don't mean it affect the game in a positive way.
Well, that's the whole point I'm trying to say. Just what happened to Andre Drummond, that's what would happen to any center, such as a Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. Now, any of them dudes trying to be on the court today, they don't have enough skills to be on the court.
Charles Oakley don't have no skills.
That's ridiculous. Y'all ridiculous, bro.
Charles Oakley had a.
Charles Oakley couldn't make an NBA roster today.
Man, what's the next topic?
He got
Oakley couldn't make a roster.
I want to talk about sports
in a league that has somebody like what's old boy that played 1,000 years in Miami.
Man, we can name it's a couple of
Haslam.
You
come on.
Haslam put in work.
Haslam can't even shoot. Haslam can't shoot.
those type of centers, man, they gonna carve their own space, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like them people, them dudes got like for real skills. Like they, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't even think of centers in the NBA got for real individual skill outside of Embiid and old dude in Denver.
They say that, bro, just like you said, they'll mention the top 2 players and act like that was all of them.
Yeah, outside of those two, you don't even have any centers. That's why Jokic can dominate like he can, because it ain't even nobody outside of Embiid that can even play in the way that will stop him. Man, if he ran into somebody who was mean and didn't play that shit and told him to get that old soft ass weird shit you doing out of here every time he came with it, he'll shut down. I'm telling you. This is what happened to European players when they run into people who don't play. No, that's why they stay over there. That's why a lot of them come over here and don't make it. That's why they had to change the rules in the league for them to be able to survive there. Because if they left it the same, them dudes would be going back to Europe like they always did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But they wanted to open up the game to them, so they had to. They had to start including their steps and shit, all of that kind of stuff, man. In order for them dudes to even be able to step on the court with these guys.
I think there's an important.
This is my thing. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
I was gonna say it's just an important thing to make, an important point to make. I think, you know, in a Jordan league, this is what happens where you have a huge star, you diminish everybody else. That's why you can diminish a Patrick Ewing or a David Robinson, right, or you know, an Olajuwon. These were great. These are Hall of Fame centers.
Hall of Fame.
These ain't no run of the mill cats that we saying couldn't play in this league.
But meanwhile,
but this is my thing. They couldn't play in this league, but Al Horford can.
Where did this sentiment come from?
Horford can.
Where did this sentiment come from? This sentiment is born out of our generation shitting on the younger generation. Just like y'all was just saying, Jokic couldn't do this. Jokic wouldn't be dominating. He wouldn't get no 3 MVP. Y'all diminished the newer generation.
Hey, that's not true. That's not true, bro.
But hey, shame on y'all talking about these all-time greats.
I'll admit. I don't like the style of play. Right. I don't like the style of play.
We talking about now.
But I'm a fan of players. I love Ant up in Minnesota. Yep. You know,
exactly.
I think he a dog. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I think, you know what I'm saying, don't take a critique as a slander of the whole league.
Y'all
just I don't like certain things that I don't like.
Man, y'all wilding to me, man.
Listen,
you only hear what you want to hear, bro.
Listen, Waterman, I just broke it down to you, the whole thing about it. You can go and read Jerry Coangelo's whole page of what he said.
I don't think he know who that is, man.
Well, he know. He better know. Go ahead.
I let him get his shots in, man. He ain't hurt nobody.
Hey, but I just
I gotta mess with you, bro. We in the same state.
It's all love.
Bro, you got this show, right? And you running the show, and you say, "Hey, this how the show gonna go," right? So we do the show, and it go good. The next show you do, you say, "Hey, all bets off, everybody wild, female shake the butt, do the," and they say, "Hey, that was the greatest show you ever had, right there." We didn't get a chance to do nothing that you said. You let them do everything else later, and you wouldn't let us do nothing. That's how the league is right now. They traveling. The offensive fouls is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
They don't call offensive fouls.
Now, see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all diminishing the league.
No, it's not diminishing, bro.
Bro, read the articles, bro. It's a whole bunch of people talking about the same thing, bro. Read the articles. Listen.
So nobody can criticize the league right now?
No.
There can be no criticism. It can only be fandom. It can only be fandom. It can't be. If we say they don't call traveling.
Yeah, all I'm saying is when I say they weren't no shooting guards in the 80s and 90s, y'all cry foul. Quit shitting on them players back then.
I don't, because I can name
none of us did that.
I can name
none of us did that.
I asked them to name 5 players in the 80s.
Didn't mention none.
Hey, I asked him to name 5 players. Let me show him.
And he said,
I got games with him. Watch me.
What did I tell him, Jeff? What did I tell him, Jack?
Name 5 players. I'm like, whoa.
Go ahead, Jeff.
He could.
I can name them.
To me, it wasn't no good 5 ones. It wasn't no good shooting guards in the 80s. I said that.
We got Jeff Hornacek. We got Craig Elo.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
We
man.
got,
Like they ain't even all stars.
They ain't even the best ones.
They
man.
not
That's
even
crazy.
Maybe the best ones. Bimbo Coles.
Come on, bro.
Jeff Hornacek.
He said Bimbo Cole. What you wilding?
Mario Ellie.
Sidney Moncrief, man. Joe Dumars, man. Come on,
So
bro.
you're a Piston fan,
Joe
but you
Dumars
wouldn't
was my
name
guy.
Joe Dumars?
Joe Dumars was my favorite
That's
Piston.
crazy. That's crazy.
So what about Andrew Toney?
That's crazy.
He wasn't better than Bimbo Coles.
Bimbo Coles.
This is all right, Waterman.
Yeah, bro. Stop laughing, Waterman.
Can we
This is
can we go to the next topic or something?
Yeah, bro. Please.
Hold on, let me.
Right now. Come on, bro.
Hey, watch tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna see somebody with a Bimbo Coles profile pic talking hella shit. Watch.
Your fake page.
Hey. That ain't go right.
You say what?
Right. That ain't go right. If I watch you, son that's 13, say, oh man, that's the greatest game I ever seen. But when you go against a man your size, the game is a lot tougher and you ain't just dunking. You can't dunk. You can't even do, you just dribble, you shooting. Because you can't dunk on them like you did your 13-year-old child. Why should I not criticize and say, damn, your son couldn't do nothing. He ain't grown. Wait till you get a little older.
All right.
You tell me I'm wrong for that?
But no. When I tell you that Jokic would score 70 on Patrick Ewing, then I look crazy.
Yeah, you definitely look
Patrick
crazy
Ewing
saying
is
something like that.
son.
Why would he do that?
Listen,
Why would he have to draw?
Think about this, fellas. Does Patrick Ewing in his prime weigh anywhere near LeBron James? LeBron James probably weighed 30, 40. He probably weighed 40 pounds more than Patrick Ewing.
LeBron don't play like he that much weight, bro.
What does weight have to do with this, bro?
You see how many times LeBron hit a cat and fall back?
Man, that's crazy, man. Come on,
hey,
big
don't
dog.
talk about GOAT like that, man.
We just telling the truth, man.
Tell me.
Did the man hang a banner this year?
Don't get to that in-season tournament.
I'm done with you, Water, man. I'm done, man.
Click it, please. Click it.
Hey,
moving on.
We got to get off LeBron, man. That's funny though. Y'all got me down over the line.
All right. I guarantee. Like, think about this. Dallas ain't getting no further than the Lakers.
Bet something. We up right now.
Last year
right now.
Last year, the Lakers made it to the Western Conference Finals. Where was Dallas?
Last year or this year? You talking about
Dallas
last year?
Dallas ain't getting out the first round just like the Lakers.
You want to bet or not?
Problem?
I don't want to talk. You want to bet?
Man, I ain't got no job, man.
Okay, house husband. When is the house you want to give up?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I know y'all too.
I ain't got no job, man.
You don't need a job. Go ask your wife. Go ask your wife. What can she give up? Don't play, dog. Have up.
No, I can't bet, man. I got no job, man.
Okay, wait the flag, right, bro. We got to get y'all off of it. Get y'all off of the top.
No. He cool people. Hey, he cool people, man. Everybody from Michigan, man. It be all love.
Yeah.
I like Trojan back. You know what I'm saying?
We good.
Yeah. Ain't no issue.
LDTV said I just saw Haslam play 20 years, averaging more fouls than points.
For real.
Y'all out here, man.
He got
that man get off the bench. He good for a locker room.
What's his name, boy? Williams for Boston.
Williams, Bryce can do.
Yeah.
Used to have the crazy hair. He cut it off.
Oh yeah, Robert Williams. That's what his name was.
I'm gonna need your shoulder to put more respect on the greatest bull of all time as well, the Pipster.
Oh, I love Pip.
Okay,
I love Pip.
I want to make
number love for Pip.
I want him to get that Go James treatment for no reason. The man is a 6-time champ, greatest Robin of all time.
It's a bigger Pippen. You don't like that though.
Yeah, he is. He's a bigger Pippen.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I think so.
Every time I say that, people get mad at me.
Jack, remember I used to call him Pip?
A bigger Pippen ain't dope.
LeBron a 1-of-1 though.
But listen, if you're a Piston fan, you say you're a Piston fan, then there's no way you ever hold Pippen that high in your mind. Because first off, we saw how Pippen grew.
You saw.
We saw.
We ain't just hate Jordan.
Man,
we ain't just hate Jordan. We hate the whole
hate Jordan.
Get him.
Pippen.
Get him.
Watch Pippen sit on the sideline like
Fold it
in the
up.
game.
Scared. Didn't want to go play against them Roughnecks. Come on, man.
Oh, y'all out here
Lame,
back.
bro.
Oh, hey, I'm a bad boy Piston guy to the heart.
You
So I
know,
feel
you
you
saw
on that.
Pippen. Jordan had Pippen in the doggone gym all day, every day. And I got love for Pippen. Pippen like lived like 40 minutes from where I'm at right now. They love him. And they went to Central Arkansas. I know all about Pippen. But he developed into that. Now I just don't know how he would have been if he would have. Certain players might get with certain teams and players and grow certain levels. I think Pippen perfectly was with Jordan. And that
I say the same thing. I say if Michael Jordan never got with Jerry Reinsdorf, he would never be a champion. He'd be Russell Westbrook right now.
Michael Jordan made Jerry Reinsdorf.
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
I want to say this. I want to say this.
I want to say no sense. Jerry had no success, bro.
Scottie Pippen win without Michael Jordan.
Before Michael Jordan.
Did he go
before Michael Jordan.
Did he get a team? He got a team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
A vagabond team.
He got a team to the Eastern Conference Finals. He got a team to a Western Conference Finals. What did Mike?
Wait. Who got a team to the Eastern Conference Finals? Who got a team to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Pippen. Pippen went against the New York Knicks.
You talking about without Jordan? Y'all let me handle this, please. You talking about without Jordan? Let me handle this, Jack. Please. So without Jordan,
he got Portland to the Western Conference Finals.
No. We're gonna stick to the Bulls. You said without Jordan, he got them to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks.
He got the most playoff wins in Bulls history, bro.
All right, I heard that already.
Is it true or not?
I want to clarify this statement that you just said.
Go ahead,
got
bro.
to the Eastern Conference Finals without Jordan, right? Yes or no? Come on, Waterman.
You got to reach in the back of his head for that one.
Yes or no?
I ain't on Google like him. I'm asking what round did they play the Knicks? This man looking down at his phone right now.
I'm looking at y'all. I'm looking at y'all.
Hey, look at this.
I'm looking at you.
Right here.
Listen, bro, you control all day long.
Hey.
You said, and we can rewind it.
Hey,
Okay. You just said.
Waterman.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. You need to Google that one because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You need to Google it because you don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro. You giving somebody props. You giving people props for shit that didn't even happen.
That stayed the same. You said Jordan's son took Pippen's wife. That says it all. Who the best bull is. Rollo, what up with you, bro?
Low blow.
That's why I don't like Mike. That's why I don't be liking Mike. That's a reaching foul.
Shout out Rollo. What up with you, bro?
What up, Rollo?
Jordan retired mid-90s. Everyone's stats went up except Pippen's.
Oh, y'all be hating on the Pipster. Why they don't get a Pipster no love?
It's a reason, bro. He went to Houston with what? Olajuwon, Barkley.
And failed. And failed with a super team.
Okay. What did Mike do in Washington then?
He went on the super team. He lost.
Wowzers. Wow.
He lost.
Washington Wizards had a super team?
The Wizards won a super team.
The point. Did Mike not win?
The point. Oh my God.
Move the goalpost.
Oh my God, bro.
I would have said touche. That's a good point.
That's not a touche. It's not a good point because it's not the same situation.
He moves the goalpost.
It's not a touche. It's not a touche because Pippen went searching for championships without Michael Jordan. He said that was his stated mission. Michael Jordan was not after championships no more. You see what I'm saying?
So that Michael Jordan,
he wasn't after championships. When he left, he wasn't after championship.
To not win.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Rollo said you can't
play.
take away what Pippen did. Nobody take away what Pippen did.
Nobody take away what Pippen did.
This is a debate on what Waterman's saying.
You hosting right now. I need you to clarify the man's point. Did Michael Jordan play? Did he come out of ownership for Washington to play for Washington to not make the playoffs, to not win? His idea was to not win.
Bro.
To win championships. That's what he said, right?
He was trying to develop. He was trying to develop Kwame Brown. He got rid of. Yeah, that was his first pick.
He hated that pick. You want to hear Kwame tell the stories? How he got bullied?
This dude just be everywhere. You be everywhere, Waterman. You got to stay focused.
Look at it.
Come on, man.
What he's saying is Same thing. When Jordan came down, he came down because of the young players on the team. You feel me? He didn't come down because he had Elijah Wan and Barkley on the team ready to go for a championship.
All right. He made the team. He was the owner of the team. He was GM in the team. He picked the coach. He picked the players.
True
he picked
indeed.
Stackhouse. He picked Rip Hamilton.
Got rid of Rip. He got rid of Rip. Yeah.
No, he did not want to drive Kwame Brown. He wanted them to trade Kwame Brown for Elton Brand. He was trying to win a championship.
He wasn't trying to win no championship. I mean, everybody, you supposed to try to win a championship. But
I was just going to say, what you playing for then?
You supposed to try. But look, bro, they was like, I think they won like 13 games the year prior or something like that.
I can't believe y'all.
The reason why I'm not gonna sit up there and concede that to him is because he's steady sitting there trying to talk about what Jordan did. When I'm sitting here, it's a stated fact. Pippen it came out of Pippen's mouth that he was chasing championships to win one without.
Look at what he went to.
He fell
out with all of them guys. They all fell out.
Come on, bro. He went to good teams and those teams.
He's spreading gossip up there, and I ain't even trying to.
I send you a link. I send you links, fam.
Hey man, I'm having a live conversation. I ain't trying to be on Google right now.
He said,
I ain't on Google, bro. You just be talking, bro.
Said the way he talking, Pippen should have averaged at least 25 or more game without Jordan, but he couldn't. I mean, Pippen was a beast. Pippen was a beast, but what threw me off is when I think it was later on when they drew up a play. He drew it up for Kukoc. He didn't, and that pissed off Pippen. Pippen knew he had to get up out of there because they wasn't treating Pippen like the star. He wasn't. He should have been to me, but without Jordan, he didn't climb up. He stayed the same.
I'm gonna tell y'all two Michael Jordan stories that player stories that got derailed because of Air Gunner. Number one, we got the Pipster, greatest bull of all time. He went over to Portland, playing with a young Bonzi Wells,
and did nothing.
Rasheed Wallace. All these dudes. Now, they up on LA. They up on LA by 26 points in the fourth quarter. He did game nothing. 7. Mm-hmm. LA shot, what is it, 30 free throws to 6 in the fourth quarter. Just the fourth.
So you saying
just the fourth quarter. And the reason why,
J-Jack,
let me get my points out. The reason why is because we had two small market teams. You had Indiana Pacers getting ready to go against the Portland Trail Blazers in the NBA Finals. The NBA did not want that. They wanted the Lakers star power to cancel out the Indiana Pacers. So that's number one. Number two, 8th highest scoring player of all time. My favorite player of all time, Carmelo Anthony. My favorite gunner of all time. Carmelo Anthony is 8th right now on the all-time scoring list. They played with Carmelo's career, keeping him out the league for 2-3 years in his prime. Also, he wouldn't catch Air Gunner. Carmelo, had he had a regular career, uninterrupted, would be the 4th scorer of all time.
That's crazy.
Wowzers.
Hey, you see what Larry said? Waterman need a sip of actual water. He all over the place.
Man, everywhere, man. Everywhere.
I'll take that.
That's because he's trying to defend it. He trying to just grab his stuff and throw stuff. And listen, Pippen was a beast, right?
Yeah.
All respect. He was with Chicago. When he left Chicago, he didn't get over 15 points a game. He was getting like 14 and then went to 10. So we really shouldn't even be talking about the Portland Pippen, to tell you the truth.
You got to take to the Western Conference Finals, though.
Hey, Waterman. Hey, Jack.
Don't forget Kukoc now. But the Chicago Bulls Pippen, he became the Pippen that he became in Chicago is because they used him as a point forward. They used him as a point forward, gave him the ball, put it in his hands, and pushed Jordan back to say, Jordan, do what you do whenever we know what you're going to do. Do what you're going to do. I need Pippen more involved. I need him to be running the offense, to stay involved in the offense. Look at it when they put him at point forward and had him damn near controlling the game. Once he went to other teams and couldn't do that, Pippen, bro.
All right, I'll ask Dre there. Hey, Dre, who did Phil Jackson say is the greatest? Who did Phil Jackson say was the better player of the two?
Out of Pippen, Jordan? He said that. He said out of Kobe, Michael Jordan, and Scottie Pippen.
I ain't asking that.
I'm adding it in, bro. I'm helping to add to your point. Okay.
I'm not
arguing. I'm answering your question. He said out of Kobe, Jordan, and Pippen, that Scottie Pippen was the most talented player he had ever coached. I saw that.
All right, so when I say it sounds crazy though.
Yeah.
No, it ain't crazy. Because they always throwing shots at each other.
I mean, he also said that Rodman was the most talented player, the skilled player he ever coached. I mean, he's supposed to like lift up his people, bro. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna argue
this
that
is
point.
my thing. This is my thing, Waterman. If you're using Phil Jackson for what he said about Pippen, what did he say about Brian?
Man, let's go.
I'm Kobe.
Phil Jackson. What did he say about Brian?
Oh, he don't like Brian. He said Brian run around with a posse and stuff.
So why his word valid with Pippen and Jordan, but it ain't
because he coached those men. He coached
valid with Brian.
He didn't coach Brian.
He didn't coach what he's saying then.
No, he coached Kobe. He coached Kobe. He coached Scotty, and he coached Eric Garner.
He still see the game. He watching the game.
That's right.
But no, LeBron was putting out his teams every year, his New York teams. He ain't like that. But I will say also,
he was just mad at him.
He's also
just mad at Brian.
He also said he ain't like Kobe because Kobe said Shaq did it too. He ain't like that about Kobe.
So there could be some ulterior motives to him making them statements. Is that what you're saying?
No,
he's a human that can have that emotion.
Kobe said Shaq was cheating too.
Yeah, we go switch up the subjects.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, but I'm gonna read comments from LDTV. He said when Jordan went to in Washington is nowhere near what Pippen had in Portland. Jordan would have won with that Portland team.
Easy.
Wow, y'all do hypotheticals now, Andre? You do hypotheticals now, huh?
The real talk is the Portland team wasn't Pippen's team. It was Bonzi Wells' team.
Bonzi Wells was a young player. He wasn't his team.
It was Bonzi Wells' team, and it was Rasheed Wallace's team.
Stoudemire, all them, right?
They even said
and Damon Stoudemire.
Yeah.
They said that Pippen was the leader.
He was a leader because he
never fit in with them though.
Of course.
Can I
who was doing the heavy lifting?
Up on us.
It wasn't Pippen.
Who froze up?
Oh, okay, it's back.
Oh yeah.
But he said, I'm not disrespecting Pippen, but his levels when you're talking about Jordan. Kukoc getting the calls over Pippen says a lot.
Says a lot. Yeah.
Scotty never won a
Portland
defensive player
Pippen.
of the year, but Jordan did.
Who was Jordan Garden? Who was Jordan Garden?
Portland adding Pippen is like Golden State adding what is that, Iguodala. He's a veteran, it's like, come on, dog.
He was supposed to be the one to get them over the top, Jeff.
Yeah.
And like Waterman just said, he said he took them to the Western Conference Finals.
Game 7.
But he didn't take them there because they had already been there the previous 2 years. You see what I'm saying? So him coming there was supposed to get them over the top into the NBA Finals. And if the league didn't they did, I mean, you can listen. You can go with all that, whatever you want to go with. But at the end of the day, when they lost,
they went backwards.
2 of them boys, they went backwards. Okay, and
then we can all do that
in the clutch. In the clutch, he was not there. He was not there, so he didn't deliver.
We had a phantom foul in L.A. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We should have three-peated,
exactly.
But
it happened. Hate to say it.
I'll give you that.
I hate to say it.
Yeah,
you make some good points when you on point, Waterman. It's just when you go everywhere, I'll be like, hold on, bro.
Me and Coop want to go on.
I'm
ready to move too. I am too.
We're gonna move on to
before we move on, Jack, before we move on, I gotta ask Dre. When I'm gonna get my dribbling footage, bro?
You want dribbling footage?
When are we gonna get
what you want me to do?
Footage, bro?
What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
My introduction with Dre was him hating on my video dribbling basketball.
That wasn't your intro, but go ahead.
That's what I ran into you. So I'm asking. All I say is, hey, when I'm gonna get a video of you dribbling so I can critique it.
Oh, you just want me to dribble with my left hand?
Yeah, anything.
I was a point guard, so that ain't nothing, bro.
Yeah, I want to see some footage.
Yeah, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, we can move on. My bad.
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
I got you.
I don't know how y'all want to move on to the NFL field or go to the more serious topic.
Yeah, go to the topic.
Yeah, let's get something real.
All right. So we're gonna talk about the situation. Well, my screen done locked up on here. Oh, see. Let me see if I can get it on through here. But yeah, we're gonna talk about what happened with Elijah McClain.
Elijah McClain.
Elijah McClain. So we're gonna get out of the sports topic. We done took football, we talked basketball. This
Yeah.
the news, so we're gonna move to some more news. And so we got news on Elijah McClain. Young man was murdered. We say murdered. First, he was beaten by police, and then what killed him was really overdosed by the paramedics.
Mm.
So they got, I guess what it was, just probation, Jeff.
Yeah. So just to give a quick little synopsis,
Yeah.
the ex-paramedic, his name was Kerry Cooper. He was responsible for the administration of the anesthetic called ketamine to Elijah McClain. He didn't get prison time. He only got probation. He was found guilty in the case of that young black man's death, but they only gave him probation. So basically what happened, they encountered him. The police was called and paramedics was called, and they were basically saying he was out of control when really he was just questioning why he was being stopped and bothered. Well, they determined that he was acting crazy, so the police ordered the paramedic to inject him with ketamine, which ultimately killed him.
Mm.
Yeah, they put too much. They gave him too much. One of the reasons they stopped him is because somebody called and said it's a suspicious person in the area. And at that time, if I ain't mistaken, it was around COVID time. He had a mask on.
Oh, I think I do remember this.
Yeah, a mask on, and the police came and stopped him, and had a couple words ensued after that. And he said, "I was headed home. I can head home," and it kind of. At that time, especially, police wasn't de-escalating stuff; they was escalating, and they escalated that to the point where they put hands on him and injured him so bad
Yeah.
that when the paramedics came, the only way to really, I guess they said, with the calming down was the injecting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that brings up a greater point, and I wanted to bring a stat to the forefront. Since between the years 2012 to 2021, at least 94 people have been killed in that same way. Just between 2012 and 2021, so that's what 9 years. In 9 years, 94 people have been killed in a similar fashion due to being given a sedative, that sedative ketamine.
Wow.
So this tactic is out of control, basically.
And now is this towards African Americans? That many people, or just in general? Because you said 94
I don't know
people.
the breakdown of those 94.
Okay.
I don't know the breakdown of those 94.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of time I would think it was spread out, but it was more probably African American. But it's not saying that they haven't killed white people too, because police have. But the thing, a lot of times is different circumstances with how it happens. Like a lot of times with way people was killed, as far as black, you could be killed just from somebody calling and saying somebody suspicious here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just different. It's the ways that a lot of times that it happened with black African American black. It's the weird circumstances of just jogging maybe or running or being in the area or that made you a target. So it's not saying that other races have not been killed, yes. But I think a lot of times when you hear about another race being killed, it's not in those type of ways that you might hear African American being killed. It's super weird.
Right. It could have been avoided type stuff.
Exactly.
That's weird. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that was 2019 when that happened.
And the verdict? The verdict cleared? They cleared two of them, and they cleared two of these people, and only one of them got a conviction.
There wasn't no body cam footage.
Huh?
There wasn't no body cam footage.
Yeah. He's the one that got a conviction, and he only got. Oh yes, video out there. It was sad too. That's one of them videos, man. I just can't watch. I watched it that one time, and I can't watch. That brother was literally crying and pleading for his life, and he was begging him.
Wow.
Like there was no anger, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even sometimes where you say, well, he was resisting, like dog wasn't like he was
Isn't this the
he
kid,
was,
Jeff, that was like pretty polite and
you
respectful
know,
and
he was
everything?
like, yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. I would, you know, if somebody else wanted to watch that video, then man.
Yeah.
I tell you this much, you wouldn't look at that video and be like, well, he should have did.
Right.
You wouldn't look at that video. You would look, you know, not that one.
Yeah.
He was big.
I'm gonna have to really watch this video before I give a good take on it. Yeah. You gonna pull it up like that? I thought Jay Black was pulling it up.
Oh no,
I mean, you can if you can, but you know,
if not, I know. Me and Jeff be on different sides of a lot of these kind of issues, as they affect black men and whatnot. And
what?
No, I'm real big on personal. I'm real big on personal accountability. Things like such. I don't know the situation with this young man, but I want to say, like even with my own sons, I teach them that like we don't hold court in the street.
Right.
Like, hey, you comply, you gonna figure it all out at the precinct. Daddy gonna have your bail. We're gonna be able to get you right, but we can't do that if you trying to hold court with the officer. What I'm getting stopped for? Why I'm getting arrested? We don't do nothing.
Listen, you got it.
That tone right there is kind of like belittling or.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about this situation.
You got to listen to it.
It's belittling this situation, but in general, it's belittling because I've seen personally any other race do the same thing, and it's not saying they shouldn't do. You know what I mean?
We looking at it wrong.
Listen, no, I'm not looking at it wrong. It's only because it's saying that we shouldn't because we can end up dead. I done seen damn near other races damn near say this, that, and then end up taking the police car and leaving, and they still don't shoot. You know what I mean? And it's not to compare. It's just saying it's just shouldn't be just, oh, he shouldn't have did. Oh, he shouldn't have did. No, you talking about life. A lot of times it's not simple. I done seen where they use non-lethal non-lethal weapons. You know what I mean? So you tell your people, we tell each other, we tell, hey, look, don't do this, don't do that, put your hands this way. It's a different training for us. That's the problem with it a lot of times is that, it's a different training for us. And people would say, hey, well, you shouldn't be, they talking to us. Don't nobody see y'all, you don't see nothing wrong with that. That's us that we have to do that.
It's a different set of rules.
It's a different set of rules.
One of my things that I do late at night when I can't sleep is I watch them crazy ass cop channels where them dudes hop out the car and talk to them how they want to. Hell, they walk right up to the police station and do all kind of weird stuff at the police station, handle them all kind of stuff, and they walk away from it. Sometimes they get arrested, but I rarely see them dudes getting shot. Like I guess they call themselves auditors or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they'll make it seem like that's something that you should be able to do. Which to me, they public servants. So for you to say that you shouldn't be able to question somebody called a public servant is something that I don't understand, because part of what you give to the city from your taxes and stuff, take care of what they need. You know what I'm saying? Those, like I said, it's public service. So if they stopping you asking them why they're stopping you, the first thing they should be doing is stating that. You shouldn't have to shut your mouth when you get pulled over.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. But when it's time to put them cuffs on, man, I ain't even do nothing. We don't need that right now. That's what I'm saying. Like we don't need the whole court. We don't need the whole court in the street.
No, we don't.
And I get what you're saying. Why should we have a different set of rules? But that's just like saying, hey, your daughter get caught, get put on your daughter get put in detention for talking in class. Listen. Well, she was talking in class too. That don't matter. You got caught.
No, it's not. It's not that. See, you dealing with cats that understand and know what the history of it is. We understand what it was.
We all do.
No, everybody don't. the thing is, a lot of times when they see you, they don't see you. When they see somebody else that may be looking like them, they see an uncle or cousin. They could have been their grandma, their cousin, or family. When they look at you, they don't see that. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. You got to even go back to the history of it if you want to, when we could be turned over for doing something wrong and turned over to, they can handle street justice in the streets with us. We was less than 2/3 of a man.
The police the police came out of the slave catchers. I mean, we get the history of the police, the system, law enforcement.
It ain't even the fact of the slave catchers, bro. You got to understand that they was once bigger part of the streets than the black man was. You can go back to the white gangs that was out there. It's by controlling areas, controlling neighborhoods for education, for jobs, and a lot of times police help in controlling them areas. You feel me? So if you seen coming in that area, it's looked at as why you here. Why are you over here? That's the first thing that can be done. Why are you over here? You feel me?
No, I think we all on the same page on such things. What I'm saying is a lot of these issues that arise, and we wonder why these police get off. Why does the George Zimmerman get off? Why do these things happen? Why did the Tamir Rice situation go down the way they do? Oftentimes, I don't think we look at it how are they being able to justify these things.
No, I know how they justify.
We know how.
They justify it that I'm in all black and I look like a thug.
No, I'm saying how are they able to justify these not guilty verdicts, these light sentences? It's because the black man is not in a position. The black man in America is not in a position to mete out consequences. All we can do is complain. Until we start being able to mete out consequences on a large scale, how can we truly protect the collective sons and daughters of ours? How can we protect our young men if we can't mete out consequences? So we gonna get online and all we do is complain, or all we can do is be male damsels in distress. I don't want to be no damsel in distress.
I need to go back. Like what?
You know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't want to be no damsel.
Can you unpack mete out consequences? What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Consequences that in the Asian community, if some things like this were to happen to the Asians, they mete out consequences, meaning that they would hold a vote on a collective level. They do more than march and protest. They actually say economically, we're gonna hurt y'all. We're gonna boycott these things on an economic level. When the white man, when the white man feels like a black man has raped a white woman, he went out and hung black people in retaliation. When the police feel like an officer got shot, they go out and crack down on gangs harder. They are able to mete out consequences. Therefore, when people say, hey, the police coming through the city, y'all better not mess with them, because you know that's going to make the city hotter. That's going to make them crack down harder on us, because they understand that consequences will be had because of that. You can crack it. You can sit. What was that young white man that sat into the black church in Charleston, South Carolina, sat through the church and 9 people.
Dylan Roof. And they prayed for him afterwards.
Like we don't.
I think you're conflating issues. I think you're conflating issues, though.
Okay.
I need a seminar.
I don't expect y'all to agree with me on anything tonight.
No,
I just needed to be clear. I just needed to be clear. So we're talking about this gentleman who got into an altercation with the police, and you brought up mete out consequences. So I need you to be clearer. What would happen if that was a time? You said that the Asian community would handle it different. So if that was an Asian young man that they did that to, how would mete out consequences? How would that play out specifically?
Right.
I mean, I think you need to really talk to the Asian community about that, because it's not happening.
You brought that up.
You brought them up. You brought them up. What they
said it's not happening. I said the Asian people mete out consequences.
The triad.
Okay. Well, there we go. What I'm saying is they don't have the same kind of issues we got. Ain't nobody stopping Asian kids.
Can we explain why?
Okay, do tell.
Nobody else
I think we're gonna differ on this big time.
We shouldn't, because there's only one race of people that gets treated a certain way.
Why?
Asians are white adjacent, bro. So they're not. No one has ever attacked Asians en masse on this soil. You can't make that comparison, bro.
Asians got put in concentration camps.
And what you're saying, Bro, that was there was a very small period, and they were compensated for that, by the way. But so you can scratch that out too. Like nobody has been treated that way on this soil like us. But I need to say, like when we say statements like, you know what I'm saying, like we can't, get justice on the streets, like that's like blaming a rape on a short skirt. You're diminishing the actual crime. We shouldn't have to make moral judgments in a situation where we're in a situation in an encounter with a civil servant that we pay for. We have to stay there.
Man,
nothing. And we can't say what if. And if you watch his video, you will see.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it.
That man I don't want to speak on that. I'm speaking on
but that's been a common thing. He's not the only one that has pled for his life and still died. This is a common thing.
I know what you're trying to say. A lot of times your statement is a general broad statement that don't fit. When you talking that don't fit everything you try. I know it don't.
A lawyer will tell you.
General.
I'm not even.
A lawyer would say what he said. Let's be clear. A lawyer would tell you that same thing. Like you don't get justice on the street. A lawyer would tell you that. But that's in the law. We're talking about, me talking to an officer. We're talking about reality. And the reality is we're both human. You pull me over, I'm gonna say, what's
going on?
And I don't
expect
the thing
you to
about
get
it.
A scuffle or confrontation with the officer.
See, and that's why I didn't understand because you said holding justice in the streets. That holding court in the street. Holding court in the street. A lot of these cases was not considered holding court. I don't understand what you might mean by holding court. Holding court ain't saying, "Hey, what are you pulling me over for? What did I do?"
No, that's not holding court. That's probable cause. That's asking a legit question. That's just asking for probable cause. Yeah.
Most of these things are that way until you run into a guy that's escalating the situation. Now he want to put his hands on you. Now he want to disrespect you. And you ain't did nothing wrong. Then you might use holding court and justice, but really you using panic because the man is panicking now because you're a free man that's gonna have your freedom taken away from you for nothing because of another man's judgment on you.
All right, I'm gonna give you two examples of holding court in the street, and I'm gonna give you an example of police brutality in the utmost. The most example that I know of police brutality was Philando Castile, and was that Minnesota or Wisconsin?
Minnesota.
He told the police, "I have a carry concealed. It's in my glove compartment." Police panicked, shot him in the car with his wife and his daughter in the backseat. That's police brutality. That's a police officer panicking and doing something wrong. An example of a police not doing something wrong and a man holding court in the street would be George Floyd. George Floyd held court in the street. It was another example I had, but we could just go with the George Floyd. I don't know if
he didn't have freedom of speech.
Huh?
He didn't have freedom of speech.
No, they're trying to arrest him. We need you to step up. I ain't do nothing, man. I ain't do like that's holding court. That's holding court. That's not for the police officer to say, "Oh, okay, I guess you didn't do nothing. We ain't gotta arrest you." That's not the police. That's for a judge.
What?
You know what? He did
not. No, you can't just.
You said you can't protest. What's going on with you?
When they say get out the car, we have to arrest you. We're arresting you for this.
What am I being detained for?
They're not the people that you then try to hold court with. They're officers of law enforcement.
That's the reason why they'll do what they do to it because of our law. We don't even know it. What you speaking on is not even knowing what your American civil rights are.
Got rights, bro. They can't just snatch you up.
Who said they can just snatch you up? But if you got accused of a crime and they come to arrest you for that crime, they can arrest you. Walter Scott was my other example. Walter Scott, a man that was behind on his child support, got stopped by the police on a traffic violation, decided to give chase and run, and wound up getting shot in the back. Cowardly act by the police.
What's your point in these?
The whole point is you don't try to hold court in the street. You go to jail. You go to jail. Take me to jail for this bad check I wrote. Damn, I don't want to go, but I don't want to hold court in the street. Take me to jail for my back child support. Damn, I got a job and I got a wife now. But
he's saying don't protest your case. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Protest your case to the police officer.
So I give you a perfect example. I held court in the street plenty of times, and you know what? They let me go. Why? Yeah. Because they found out they did their due diligence right there, and they found out I wasn't the one. They thought I was the one. Hey, you fit the description of a robbery we had. Other people came and said, "No, bro, no, he was right there." Yeah, they had me hemmed up on wet eye. Police did their due diligence.
Okay, all right. That's a good example.
Yeah, they told me that. There's a couple.
How was you hemmed up? How was you hemmed up?
Hemmed up, bro. When I went to my car,
was you in handcuffs?
Listen, I'm gonna show you exactly how it was. I went outside to go to the store. Had my wife's cousin with me. Got in the car, started it up, looked in my rear view and saw the police sitting at the corner. I said, damn, something don't look right. So I cut the car off, got out the car, and they swooped up on me. Damn, what's going on? They heard it. Wait, hey. So they grabbed me, put me in handcuffs. I said, dog, I ain't did nothing. What y'all holding me for? What did I do? No, I'm talking to him. Some other people came outside and was like, hey, what is y'all doing? What did he do? He was just woo. They said, well, he fit the description of a car. His car fit the description of a robbery that just happened. I said, bro, I ain't been nowhere. They did the due diligence, came back and apologized once they took the cuffs off and said, sorry,
that's a blessing.
Sir. All right. Now, Jeff.
Plus to go.
Okay. Oh, Jeff. What I'm saying is, you allowed them to accost you, put you in handcuffs. You knew you were innocent.
Allowed. I wasn't for the fight.
I guess a better way to say it is you complied. You complied.
I seen plenty of apply.
I just came out the house, man. Make it off me. I just came out. You didn't do that.
I was a little younger at the time. I ain't gonna say exactly, but yeah.
Well, I'm just
saying. I ain't wrestled with him. No, I wasn't for the wrestle with him. I knew it was some guns on me that I wasn't.
Okay. All right. Well, all I'm saying is you were able to comply and get in handcuffs.
I'm saying every one of the situations in your point of view and in our point of view, every situation don't fit. We ain't saying for every situation this happened and that happened. Right, I know the situation that we talking about with Elijah, he was walking down the street with a bag, just walking on the sidewalk.
Okay.
And the police came up to him, they started having a conversation and talk. And it got to a point. I can play the video if you want. I got it on here. But the thing is, every situation don't fit. You can't generalize every situation. I can't generalize every situation as far as, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and run it though.
I think you need to see it.
So
yeah, I'm on here. I'm finna go off camera and smoke a cigarette, but I'm on here though.
All right. Well, let me see. I put the wrong one up. Hold on.
And nab up, Waterman.
All right. So this is it. This is the video right here. Let me rewind it.
Enlarge it a bit.
Hey, stop right there. Stop. I have a right to stop you because you're being suspicious. Well, okay. Turn around. Turn around. Stop tensing up, dude. Stop tensing up, bro. Stop tensing up. Stop tensing up.
Okay.
A good person or a bad person?
Yeah.
Throw on mask on.
I am an introvert. Please respect the boundaries that I am speaking. Stop. I'm going home.
Relax, or I'm going to have to change the situation.
Leave me alone.
Sir, can you please cooperate? No, we're gonna talk to you.
You guys started to rush me, and I was stopping my music to listen. Now let go of me.
You guys.
Take my power back, and I intend to be simple. I intend to be simple.
Grab your gun, dude.
Bullshit.
Stop here. Get us more. Give us some more units. We're fighting them. Bring that arm back. Give him a cover.
Oh, man, it's the legend of the clay.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
all.
Ready to use carotid.
That's why I was going. I was just going home. I'm introvert and I'm different.
Don't get up, dude. It's not going to be good for you. I'm telling you right now.
If you keep messing around, I'm gonna bring my dog out. He's gonna dog bite you. You understand me? So when the ambulance gets here, all the dogs are okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect, dude. Perfect. Let's give that a couple of minutes and then we'll put him on.
Whatever he's on, he has incredible strength.
Yeah, crazy strength.
I had him in a bar hammer behind his back, and his arm was above his head, and he was still fighting.
So he was put into a carotid. He did lose consciousness. He's throwing up right now, and he's obviously on something. So, yeah, we're gonna have to have him transported. What's that? I think we're okay for here. I appreciate it. Thanks. And he had a mask on. I know that. Yeah.
And then he was like throwing his hands up, but he said he didn't feel threatened or anything. He just thought it was weird.
Okay.
I've still got him on the phone if you want to ask him.
No, I just wanted to get the front end. The best he could explain what was going on and why we got called.
Okay.
And if there was anything criminal, that doesn't look like there was.
It doesn't sound like it.
Okay.
I'll get some more details.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching.
They just
If you like
cold,
this
man.
video,
Cold
check
and
out
callous,
these
man.
other videos from USA.
Cold and callous.
I can't hear you, J Jack.
Oh, my bad.
Cold and callous.
Yeah.
Cold and callous.
And he actually was 23 years old. So you hear at least two grown men that sound way older than that. They say he crazy strong and justify why they did what they did really to him, or why they was able to throw his arm over his head, and because he was crazy strong against them. That's the wild thing about it. Well, but see, the thing is, bro, that was only what led to it. They didn't technically kill him. The killing came.
Yeah.
The killing came because they did him in so bad, and then that they said they couldn't control him, that they told him to give him them shots. And then they actually gave him, I think, again, they gave it to him again, and that's what he kind of basically overdosed.
On the sedatives, yeah.
The sedatives.
Man.
And they say that chokehold they put on him cut off his carotid artery.
Mm-hmm.
Led to a contributing factor as well, yeah.
Yeah, so that wasn't just a damn near we gonna control him and take him to jail and he'll be all right. That was
they even the carotid. No, they said no. He had a narrow carotid. They said he had They tried to say he had a previous medical condition. His carotid was narrow. You got to catch them words. They ain't take blame for the carotid.
Right.
It's like they put him in a carotid, but he had a narrow carotid, so we just was holding him a little bit, and it excuse. It was another excuse.
It was not fault.
CYA, man.
Yeah. So
if he had if he had a regular carotid, then he just maybe would have, went unconscious, but then he would still be alive. But
it's trash, man. Trash.
Yeah. So
and that's how they get away with it, man.
So that's what it is. They actually, I don't know. I had to see. I don't remember what actually happened with the police, but the paramedics were the ones that got sentenced. I think it was yesterday.
The police got off.
The police got off. The blame went on the paramedics, basically.
They had two officers get off, and one person got convicted or something, whatever. That's what I read. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the paramedic that got convicted, but he only got 4 years of probation.
And what we got to realize too is that the 23-year-old man was just walking home. I think had groceries or something. Was just walking home, and somebody caught wrong area. I mean, he probably lived there, but somebody caught.
He said he did. He said I live down the street.
He lived down the street. But somebody, wherever he walked from, he walked out of past wherever they was at. They had to be probably in the window or whatever while he walking by, and said, "Is somebody down here suspicious?" By the time the police came,
that was the beginning of the video. That was the 911 call.
Yeah, but by the time the police,
there was a white lady that said he's suspicious, basically.
But I'm saying by the time the police, they wasn't probably around the block, but But while he walked, by the time the police caught up with him, he was probably way away from that person that called. Which, if they would just let him kept walking down the street and not call the police, it wouldn't have never happened.
All right, let me just say this real quick. That young man does not deserve to die. Rest in peace to him. Sorry for his family. Sorry for their loss. In my opinion, the young lady was said that he was walking down the street making wild gestures. That's what made her call the police. All right. When the police had him on the ground, first, before the police got him on the ground, he in a resistive state. I understand. Like, I'm confused. What y'all stopping me for? I'm trying to get to my house. It's right here. Get all that. When they had him on the ground, he was saying weird little things down there. He like, I'm an introvert and I'm different. He said something to the fact like I'm an introvert and I've always been different. While
he's saying I'm not a threat. That's what he's saying. Like, I'm weird. I'm different. I'm a calm person. That's what he's trying to say. Like, why y'all doing this shit to little
before
old
you get in,
was escalating.
Before you get into that point you're trying to make, which I know where you're going with it. That's why the police have more training on sensitivity and understanding who they're talking to and knowing, because there's a lot of people that they got killed that was mentally challenged. In Saginaw, I know the one. What's his name? I can't.
Milton Hall. It was
Milton Hall. Milton Hall.
I guess what I think we have to. I think that becomes another excuse. I don't give a fuck if he was saying "fuck y'all." I fuck the police. Blah blah blah. If you got me in a controlled position, you have to have control, self control. I work security. I've been working security almost 30 years. So I'm not a police officer, but I'm in situations all the time where people talk shit. I still can't escalate it. I still can't escalate it. I have to have self-control.
All right, Jeff.
I don't care what he said.
Jeff,
you know how many people say stuff to me as they're walking away?
Jeff,
what I'm trying to security, but
I guess the point. I guess the point I'm trying to make here, because I love us and I want us all to be able to make it home to our families. Just like I want that young man to have made it home to his family. What I'm saying is, this is how they're able to justify it and not get any time.
That's not.
That's what I'm saying. Like we said, it's so wrong what happened. It's so wrong what happened. And look at the little time they're giving these people. They get probation. Some of them ain't even getting a slap on the wrist. Why is it happen?
But nothing we can do in the encounter will change that, sir.
Okay.
And also Waterman. Also Waterman.
Systemic issue that you're talking about. Why do they get off? That's the systemic piece of it. That's the systemic piece. Nothing we can't dress our way out of it. We can't talk proper enough to get out of it. Right. Don't put the respectability on us for that.
All right.
There's nothing we can do.
We literally walk around wild out.
If he shut up and didn't say nothing else, he still would have died.
Right.
Still, don't put that respectability.
And
you got no accountability for them people, man.
That's an excuse.
You got to also picture the time frame. 20, 21 was like one of the worst years as far as a lot of deaths.
That wasn't that though.
23, 24, it done died down. For one, police done try to change their accountability. They try to be on TikTok and be more friendly. They try to, and a lot of times now, which they really lost, is knowing the people in the neighborhood. They probably would, a regular police that probably patrolled that neighborhood would have said, "Hey man, Elijah, what you doing out here this late?" You know what I mean? "Hey Elijah, it's me. Why are you doing this? Look, Elijah, we come to talk to you. He ain't got no weapon."
Man.
You feel me? So they learning how to talk. They learning how to de-escalate instead of escalate. "Hey, what are you doing? Don't do that. Put your hand down." "Hey, what are you talking about? What you mean?" Learning how to de-escalate. That's why we don't have as many now as we had in 20, 21. It's like every Sandra Bland, we had Tamir Wright. It was just going on and on and on and on. You know what I mean? And in 3 or 4 years. It's a reason why it died down. It ain't because of how we operate. You feel me? It's because of how they changed a lot of the things that they doing.
I agree with that 100%. I get you on that. gentleman wearing a ski mask, walking down the street making wild gestures, I feel like the police have a bit of probable cause here to say, hey, who are you? I need you to stop for a second. Let's see who you are.
You. That could have been you walking down your own block.
Okay. We can go down.
Probable cause only comes.
I'm not wearing a ski mask in the middle of the night.
Bro, if you choose to wear a ski mask and walk down that block.
The probable cause only comes if there is a suspected crime. He was walking. If I'm walking and doing this, that's not a crime.
That boy,
that may, as an officer, that may get me to follow you a little bit and be like, let me watch him.
Let me see what he's doing.
Let me just see what he does. That's not probable cause.
That lady didn't
because
say
you don't know what's going
on.
All right. Well, Jeff, let me ask Jeff. Is it can the police stop any citizen and ask for identification?
They can request,
not in Texas.
Ask, and you can refuse.
You can refuse.
Yes. All right.
You have to have a reason. I don't have to turn my ID over to you.
So when the police pull to a stop and say, "Hey, I need you to stop. I want to ask you some questions." You wearing a ski mask? You wearing a ski mask? That don't make the police say, this I might find this a bit suspicious.
That's well within their right to feel like there may be something happening that doesn't give them the right to detain you.
Suspicion is not a crime.
Suspicion is not a crime.
I give you that.
You can follow me. You follow me.
That's why they got detectives.
You follow me. Like, okay, we got this call.
I might be off, but
we understand why they came.
Right.
Because you don't know. She said there was somebody suspicious out there. So you come. But then you have to assess when you get there. And I said,
man walking down the street,
she said,
ski
masks are legal.
Yeah, you buy them at a store, bro.
It's probably cold outside.
What was that?
His mama had said why he had the ski mask on and it gets cold at night. You see, he was cold. He was already had a big coat on.
They're legal.
So they knew what it was at that time. Where
I want to say this real quick on my situation. Y'all actually, that could have been me.
That could have been any of us.
Yeah, well, I beg to differ. I surround myself in the city. I live in DeSoto, Texas, all black suburb, South Dallas. I'm running. I was gonna tell Dre this, like on all jokes aside, kind of tell. I'm running for mayor next year.
That's what's up.
And I look at it more so. A lot of these issues is because I believe in black so love so hard. Jeff and J Jack know I go by God color. I don't even use the word black. I say we the color of God. I feel like we go to such lengths to live around these people, to be around these people, to fraternize with them, to get pat on the back from them, to work with them. And I'd rather retreat into our base of power. I moved to DeSoto from Plano. Right up there. We was gonna buy a house either in Little Elm or DeSoto. I want a house in DeSoto. But my whole thing was I wanted to live around black people that were upwardly mobile. All my neighbors look like the Cosbys down here. 2-parent homes, all my boys' friends, things like such. All the police look like me.
Police, DeSoto is black.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Down the street from me. The sheriff of the city lived down the street from me. We live in that kind of area where I can our police walk the streets that look like me. Our police know my son.
But I don't mean to cut you off, bro. That's the climate. I stay in the same type of area in a way. It's mostly black people in my neighborhood where it's a small city. The mayor right down the street, he black.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that's the type of climate. That don't mean everybody lives in that type of climate. I could have been in a different climate. You know what I mean? I was in Saginaw climate.
What I'm saying is we go out of our way to live around these people.
What people, bro?
We gotta live.
Why we don't want to live around each other? Why we don't want to live around each other?
And when you say these people, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? These people?
I'm talking about the white people that we claiming are so racist.
Oh,
it ain't all white people. It's just some people.
I'm not trying to live around them. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? In a large number, I love to live around black people in the base of power. Me personally, when I go, my superintendent of schools look like me. Our mayor look like me. My sheriff look like me. Our city council, our school board look like me. I like an area like that.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you saying that's why you wouldn't be in that position because wouldn't no white cops run up on you because you're not in live in a neighborhood
I'm not
like
trying
that.
to live in no area like that. I'm not trying to
Okay.
raise my children in an area like that.
All right. So how long
that,
you lived in Texas, bro? Can I talk to him for a second? How long you lived in
go ahead,
Texas,
go
bro?
ahead.
Texas, what, 2005?
2005. So I've lived in Texas. My mom sent me down from Saginaw in 1985, 86. Okay. I went back to Saginaw in 92, stayed for about a year. So, you know, that was my high school years. I was about 15, 16 years old, you know what I'm saying, my freshman year.
Yeah.
I know the climate of both places. I've been around North Dallas. I've been in Garland. I've been in Richardson. I've been in DeSoto. I've been to the penitentiary in Texas. I know the climate of Texas. You know what I'm saying? DeSoto, although it is a black, you know, area, and Lancaster and all that in South Dallas is black. You know what I mean? It's still an area where you can get your ass popped, right?
Oh, for sure.
Now, and then even now, when you say you come out, like I live in Little Elm right now, Frisco, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff is where I do my business at. You know what I'm saying? I do a whole bunch of
Wiley, all that area up there, yeah.
Oh no. Wiley ain't over here. Wiley's over there on the other side by Garland and like if you're going to Pleasant Grove, you know that area, bro. Yeah, I'm Frisco, Denton, like if you're going to Denton, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
My point being what you just said, and I respect the fact that you say you want to be around people, you know, like you know what I'm saying, God's color, right? Me personally, I'm more so a person that likes to be around people of like mind. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be black, white, Mexican. I just like black, you know, like-mindedness. And when I say like-mindedness, that means everybody coming together on the same kind of mission, you know, to have money, whatever. And that could be anybody, you know what I'm saying? The betterment of kids, the betterment of society, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be around a racist black person. I know some people think that's not possible, but I know it is. And I don't want to be around a racist white person, a racist Hispanic, none of them, because that doesn't fit my mindset. You know what I mean? So, and I know this is like kind of going everywhere, but when you were talking about the this situation with the young boy, like, yeah, I've been in situations. He's okay, 20. Oh yeah, 23 years old. I'm 47, so he's still a young boy to me. My son's 29, so you know, I'm just talking from my perspective. So when you're talking about that situation, you know, I've been in situations, bro, where you know, you do have to talk and say something, and sometimes you do have to shut the hell up, right? Because if you shut up, you can walk, and then sometimes if you say something, you can walk too. But there's also situations, as we've seen all through life, where things happen where you just can't do anything about it. And as I'm listening to this young man, to me, he sounded like he didn't have it all, like he was a little bit slow, right? So if I can tell, and if this was my son, I tell my son all the things that you said to your son about doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, saying the right thing to the law, blah, 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 whatever, right? But if they don't have the capacity, the mental capacity to handle that situation, that stress test when it actually happens, it's not his fault. It's not your fault. It's the accountability, which is something that was very hard for me to hear you say about police, no matter what color it may be. The accountability that they have, which is something that Jeff, you know, definitely brought up about, Jeff and Jack brought up about them being public servants. They should be able to know and assess the situation before they just use excessive force. You know what I'm saying? And we got and you can't. It is dangerous to act like, you know, we could have done something to stop them when they're doing something when we did not anything at all. You know what I mean? It's putting the wrong message out. So I don't know. I don't know.
I give you all that as well.
Yes,
I
sir.
agree wholeheartedly with what you just said on those regards. I just look at it like, and as Jay Jack said earlier, I think a lot of police reform has happened in the past 5 years since that transpired. I think a lot has changed in the way police interact with the community, what the people are asking for of the police in the community. Now, of course, it's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I still think the police is the biggest game in the country. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
I just feel like on our end, knowing the climate of how we are policed in a lot of different aspects, it will behoove me to tell my children that we do not hold court in the street, that you comply and you are respectful.
I understand what you mean by that.
You know what I'm saying? In those regards, that way that if you find yourself in such a position, you yes sir, yes ma'am, and that's the kind of kids I'm raising right now. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be in those kind of boats, and when I see a lot of these things that happen, I always look at it from the vantage point of how are these people able to justify getting off? not going to jail, not being charged with a crime for these heinous acts that they are doing to us. Too often, they are able to justify it because we are in some way seen as resisting, whether it's perceived or not. This is what is being seen out of us. And if we can't, I guess, check that part. And I get they the public servant. We don't have no gun and no public training on these aspects. They do. I get all that, but that don't make my child come home for sure.
Yeah,
that don't help my child's odds of coming home. You know, so I look at it different. My boy is chocolate black, blacker than me. I want them to grow up to be stronger, bigger men than me, and I don't want them to cower. At the same time, I want them to be able to be strong and at the same time compliant, respectful of the law.
Yeah.
You know,
the way to go home, definitely.
Yeah, I bail you out, son. I don't care what you did. We gonna handle it. We're gonna get you the best lawyer. But I want you to be able to take care of it. Don't make me go out here and show my ass.
But see,
if something like this were to happen to my child, I'm meeting out consequences.
But see,
I'm not playing for nobody.
Can I interject 1 second?
Yeah.
Because it's deeper than just if we talk to, right? We was talking about the Asians. We was talking about other ethnic groups. Yeah. I always stood on the fact that as African American men, we was on our own. You know what I mean? And what I say about that is that's one reason why I hate to use other groups. But you say China, somebody from China. You remember the time that I think from China that man got dragged off the airplane in America? I think it was. What China said, the country said, do it again.
That's meeting out consequences. That's consequences.
Do it again.
Yes.
But you know what? It's the same
We don't have
thing.
that. We don't have no nation.
If Africa was that same way to say, hey, America, what are y'all doing to our people over there? It'd have been a different, I still say that same thing. It'd be a difference. We had to collectively come together. We had to march. We had to do collective picketing. We had to do it here because it wasn't nobody to say, hey, don't do that. Right? What is going on? When they were doing certain things to us in the 50s, 40s, and 50s, they could do it in man, ain't nobody care about them. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's been a concerted effort to keep the quote unquote black man in America and the African from uniting. I remember
that's why Nigerians ain't considered.
I think.
I remember the story of Haile Selassie. When Haile Selassie
let me just say
Ethiopia was getting
Waterman, hold on.
Italy.
Let me just say those are not our folks.
American men want to go to Ethiopia and fight. They wouldn't let us.
Us American blacks and Africans ain't the same people. Them ain't our folks.
They not.
Hell, and you down there in Texas, in that suburb, I bet you down there with some Nigerians and some folks.
They all over. They all over here.
Don't like black folks.
And they don't fuck with us like that, Waterman.
Yeah.
You know that, bro. You know that, bro.
Yeah.
Up here, wherever I go, my sister was married to a Nigerian. I barely met her family, bro. You know what I'm saying? They didn't consider me family, bro. She just married in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah.
That's why we can't really compare. We can't compare on any level to anybody else. Like we're a whole different folk on this soil. Like American blacks are our own ethnic group.
Israelite. Y'all Hebrews.
That ain't got nothing to do with that.
I was asking.
Ain't nothing to do with that.
When I hear somebody say the African,
I'm talking about ethnicity.
The black and the African are different. I'll be like, oh, that's that tingle for that.
That's ethnicity. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody's Bible or anything.
They have ethnicity. They have and we show.
Huh?
They Hamites.
I ain't even getting into that. Like, no, that's for somebody else. I'm talking about ethnicity. On this land, Black American is its own ethnicity. We are not Nigerian or none of that.
I would say
we're not
this.
Jamaican. We're not none of that. We are our own people. We may share some DNA.
Yeah.
But we are a different ethnicity. That's like saying a Mexican is a Cuban.
Okay, I look at it like this.
You don't say that.
Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I look at it like this, Jeff. I say that Africa is my grandma, the grandmotherland, but America is my mama. I was born on American soil.
That would be Ken.
My roots started in American soil. We were the first. We're a group of people that was in America before there was a Declaration of Independence. Before there was a Declaration of Independence in 1776, my people have bones here. When they freed the slaves in 1865, nobody said, "Hey, we freeing y'all so that y'all can be free." They freed us from slave plantation owners, but they didn't free us from the cloak and the rule of American law. We weren't allowed to establish our own self here. We weren't given land somewhere that we can set up a nation. We went from the property of slave owners to the property of the United States government. And nobody has really rectified that. So on my end, of course, I look at African and still kin and me. I get along with Africans. I don't know about that. I do a lot of business with Africans down here.
I mean,
but,
I get along with them, but that don't mean
I do a lot of business with them. Break bread with them. But I have to learn how to deal with a lot of different ethnic groups. Arabs, Chinese people. Like, it's hard though.
But see, that ain't the point. That's kind of the point, but not the point I was making though. It's you know, I get along with the ones I've met. You know what I mean? I don't know as a whole. I ain't saying like that. I'm just saying we didn't have that backing. You know what I mean? We created our own backing. Our backing came from a lot of African American men that started becoming famous. You know what I mean? Like I know some people might say like, you know, but Jay-Z with prison reform, or people that was billionaires or millionaires, that people would say, oh shit. I even say 50 Cent. You know what I mean? When they look at him and 50 Cent say, hey, don't touch him, they're gonna look and say, oh, you know what I mean? Oh, don't, you know what I mean? Because he got the money. You know what I mean? He got power, he got respect.
Look at our leaders. Our leaders are our entertainers.
That's the problem. That's another problem. You know what I mean? Why we still go through go through a lot of what we go through, you know, as a whole. I ain't saying I'm going through it, but it's a lot of people going through because of that. You gotta have somebody like I might be like, hey, this Thawed magazine, look, why did y'all do that to him? Oh, what is your business? They might tell me, and I'm gonna tell them, hey, look, and I'll say, let's do it. They do the background or whatever. They might say, hey man, let that man go. You know what I'm saying? He got a little backing. A lot of times they don't have backing. They out there by themselves. We might be out by ourselves and they do something and it gets swept under the rug. Like back in the past 50s, we don't know how many people was murdered. You know what I mean? Real talk, 60s.
If I can speak on this for a second, I feel like the black community right now, we have a toxic culture, bro. And I feel like that's something that we don't never address with any of these situations. Even going as far as with this police brutality issue that we have a very toxic community that it is even for other ethnicities.
I don't think so.
All right,
I don't think so.
Let me say it real quick. It's hard for other ethnicities to embrace us because we have such a victim culture. Because
they love us.
They
want to be like us, bro. They want to be like us, bro.
They love our entertainment. They love our singing, our dancing, our making money for them.
You love LeBron singing and dancing and acting.
Why they don't come to our aid? Why they don't unify with us? Go ahead. My bad.
It's a lot of people helping that are white. You know what I mean? And other ethnicities. They might get overshadowed. You know, back in the days, that's a trained mentality. You know, when a white person helped a black person, they was damn near gonna get tortured worse than the black person was if he helped them escape from slavery. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about on us helping ourselves. I'm talking about we have a culture that is not propagated on mobility, on family values, on
it's a lot of men. Most of us,
each of us men up here right now are men that are self-disciplined.
We three married. I know all three of us married at least. I don't know. Yeah. I ain't for sure.
Hey,
Kerry,
you know I ain't married, nigga. I'm out here being a player like a motherfucker. It ain't gonna stop. But I salute my niggas.
I think it's we can't get into using white supremacy points as black people.
That's white supremacy points?
Yeah, it is.
You're going hard.
It is.
Do we gotta be victims our whole?
Yeah,
do we gotta can we make generational curses at any point?
I submit. Look at this. You say that we have a toxic culture. That's when tough. if we have a unemployment rate, say of 17, 18, 20%, why don't we look at that as 80% of us work?
Hey, why? Hey, I'm not.
Black men, statistically, black men are the most involved fathers of any race.
Wow.
Why won't you say that?
I love
I'ma say,
You know
mine.
what I mean?
uh,
Like let's not use let's
the
not
negative
use
point.
white supremacy points to down our own folks when it's not even statistically correct.
Hey, and one thing too, Jeff.
Wow.
That
So
I'm
we
gonna
Don't
gonna
say
do
one
that.
ignore.
thing.
We gonna ignore the generational curses.
We gonna use
Look,
our own problems like nobody else got no problems.
Okay.
that,
No, J
Jeff,
Jack.
no, that's what he.
Go ahead. My bad. It's
Oh,
y'all
no,
show.
no, I just wanted to say this one thing. You say toxic community, bro. We behind in a lot of the things that they already was doing, from Playboy magazines and the strippers and the bouncing and shaking, the violence. You go to Wild Wild West, the killings, the shootings, wiping out whole races. We was behind. And our toxic, what you considering toxic, a lot of them people look at it and like, damn, they catching up. Damn, what the hell? You know, a lot of times it's some people out there that won't look at you. They'll respect you, or they'll respect, say, 50 Cent or Jay-Z because of the shit they did in the streets, because they know they did the same thing. They gonna look like, damn, look at that. It's a lot of people probably in your community that probably done did so many things that look and say, I can't tell him what I done did. You know what I mean? You might be, they might look at you as you behind what they actually did. Because now they might look in your face and you, if they know what you did and you go and look at them and they say, he'll fuck me up just like I fuck him up. You know what I mean? Let me back up off here.
All right.
But if they look at you as, they look at you as food, they gonna eat you.
Oh, of course. I think that's anywhere, especially in business. But I want to say this, like on the aspects of breaking generational curses. Like there's generational curses that can be broken in our community if we get out here and talk. And Jeff know, and J Jack know, I always call myself a villain. I root for the villain. I call myself a villain because I don't like the heroes they give us. I don't like that Jay-Z is the hero, the dope dealer. I don't like that 50 Cent is the hero. I don't like the heroes they give us. Now, I will say this. I will give you an example of what I'm talking about as far as breaking generational curse. I have to pay my kids for them to eat lunch every day. So it was $3.15 each kid. 4 kids, $3.15 each kid. I got to pay it every day. So it was coming out to like $70 a week. And I'm like, damn, I got to pay this check out. Like, damn, why I got to pay for lunch? We got lunch for free growing up. And it came and it dawned on me, damn, like my kids are the first generation in my family that didn't qualify for free lunch. We broke a generational curse right there. I feel like we should be looking to promote and propagate the breaking of generational curses in our community. Instead, we say, that nigga think he better than us. And that's the problem. Like, I feel like I would love to highlight a brother like Jeff. Me and Jeff never agree on shit. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for Jeff because I know the lifestyle that Jeff has is a life of morals and values and character that I find very appealing. So me and him, even though we never agree on shit, me and him can always have a respectful dialogue. And that's what I be looking at, like, why we don't promote that more with our people. That's what I
think we do. I
think we do, fam. Yeah, I think we do for real.
We promote a lot of victimhood in our community.
I think in a lot of times
we can smoke on here, Jeff.
I smoke my black and mine. I don't care. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, and I say this a lot of times because I feel like people might construe everything like the street elements or what's going on in the streets and consider it some things that go on and it's like it's all. You know what I mean? Streets got a lot of voice, a lot of power, a lot of ways of changing words and how people act and do. But a lot of times, people that might be in a better situation feel like they got to live up to what's going on and what's being said down, well, not down, but in the streets, right? So if you say, hey, man, all of y'all believe in no snitching, damn, you going to just combine what the street culture is? You know what I'm saying? As far as an average working black man that's a civilian,
right?
You know what I mean?
I think that's the issue where I think, you know, a lot of people think that's because something is viral that it's normal. No, it's just viral, and it's just we all have had viral posts. Well, guess what? Them viral posts go away in a day or two. You know what I'm saying? It's viral for a hot second. Like that ain't really us. So I think we shouldn't put more importance on it or give it more than what it is. Like in real life, most, y'all know me, I do a lot of community work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm attached to a lot of different people. And the one thing that sticks out all the time, no matter the topic, no matter what it is, most people are just regular folk. Most people just take care of their kids and go to work and are essentially boring. You know what I'm saying? Like we just kind of
on all sides.
Most people. Period.
Yeah,
but
period.
Because we see stuff that's viral, we think it's really prevalent when it's really not. Like most people, if you show them a viral post, they be like, "Oh, that's popular." Like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like we put too much importance on it. Like it's really prevalent when it's.
I'm not even talking about that. Yeah, I'm talking about the toxic elements of our culture and breaking generational curses.
No, because that is
the point, though.
No,
we think
the point.
that toxic piece that you think you see, you think it's prevalent, and it's not.
You see Sukiana, and you say, "Oh, she teaching all the high little girls this and that." And I'm like, "Man, my daughter in college. What you talking about?"
Yeah, most of the parents that I come across, they don't even like that stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they be like, "Yeah, that is bad." They would agree with you. They be like, "Yeah, I don't let my kids watch that." You know, it's more prevalent. We have more conservative values than anybody.
Okay, that's my point. That would be my biggest point. Black people are probably.
I'm saying that you're right. I'm saying that it's already what you desire. It's already that.
All right. And what I feel like Jeff's saying is that we see this and we figure that's for everybody. No, it's not for everybody. We see Sexy Red and say, "Oh, damn, it's about 1 million Sexy Reds out there." No, it is. It's quite a few out there, but that don't mean that's the majority. That might be 5%. You know what I mean? But we like, oh man, this is Suki. Oh, this is Sexy Red. It's about
Jeff,
no, this is horrible.
Jeff, if you go to Walmart in your city, Jack, if you go to Walmart in your city, Dre, Kerry, in your city, you ain't seeing 8 out of 10 black women wearing a hair hat.
A bonnet?
A hair hat.
No, a hair hat.
Oh, the weave?
Yeah.
No, where I'm at in the South, I see some people, if the one of them they come in there in their pajamas, it's gonna be some people like.
I'm talking about the self-love aspect. I'm talking about the love of self. I'm talking about what come out of your follicles. I'm talking about that.
Well, fam, I'm in the hair industry, so I see women all the time. I'm not going to give you 8 out of 10. I don't have to go to Walmart to know what the styles are. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm going to say this. Now I believe that that opinion about wearing hair hats has been debunked so much that most women now want to go with their natural hair. They come in asking us about stripping the perms and getting back to the their tough locks. So that's what I experienced now. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I was younger, again, I'm 47. I don't know how old you are. When I was younger, 44. So coming from Michigan down to the South, in Michigan, they didn't wear a lot of hair hats or weaves, even when I was young. Yeah, when I got to the South, there was, to this day, lashes, fake, the little draw on, the cutting your hair off and putting, all this. There's a lot of that down here. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think our people have tried to move forward and be more natural with stuff. That's my point. You know what I mean?
Okay, I can see that one.
I guess I can't. I just don't want us to take the fringes of society and make them general. Most people don't deal in that stuff. And personally, weave doesn't bother me. As long as it's tasteful. But even beyond that, even if it's not tasteful, if it ain't my wife, it ain't my business. So I don't really care.
Average black household, black households has $5 is worth $5. The average black household is worth $5 liquid.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
That's true. Yeah, we're wealthless people. Absolutely.
Worth $5,
but I don't think
the whole country.
I don't think if we throw away weave that's going to fix the wealth gap.
We spending $9 billion on it.
Like,
but I'm trying to. You mean like
weave is kind of cheap?
$5 a house.
But see, this is
we ain't gonna stop going to McDonald's and get some wealth.
The $5.
Yeah,
the $5 means like your debt to income ratio.
Oh, okay.
Meaning that after say you own a home. Yeah. What you have left and what you can liquidate it for, and what you bring in, what you have in your savings. Okay. Add all that up for the average black household, and that's $5.
So you might be able to pay for it, but that's all you're profiting. So that's what you're worth.
We're an income people. We don't have wealth.
Yeah,
See, that's my thing.
But that's not a mentality thing. Like we ain't gonna hustle our way out of that.
But Jeff, we don't even circulate our dollar in our community.
But see, that's my thing is the generalization.
That's not general.
What? No, it is generalized because it's a lot of people. Like you're in a pretty nice neighborhood. I don't think y'all did.
DeSoto got some nice neighborhoods out there.
So it is.
They know ghettos in DeSoto.
I gave you the average, though. I gave you the average. We know exceptions. You just said don't go off the fringes. I'm a fringe. We probably all fringes at some point.
You ain't no fringe.
A lot of times when they average, that is a prototypical generalization. It's like saying it's just like saying I got $0. Willie Lee got $1 million. Got $500,000. Is that not a generalization of both of us, bro? I'm broke as hell. You the rich man. How we both got $500,000?
Hey, that's a joke.
You just generalized me to being rich. Shit.
Well, I just generalized myself to being $5 if that's the case. What I'm saying is, how do we lift that? As Jeff was saying earlier, how do we lift those incomes? How do we get those people to say, hey, we should be a little bit more fiscally disciplined. We should be a little bit more financially literate.
Can I jump in right there?
We gotta kill that stereotype too. We're no less disciplined with money than anybody else, bro. Statistically, the numbers, you're not accounting for what made those numbers, which gets back to systemic issues. Like most of us don't own a home. That doesn't mean that we don't desire. That means we have historically been in red line communities where you were blocked away from owning a home.
Not us. Nobody on here.
This is where we fundamentally disagree. This is where we fundamentally disagree. Let's just put that on the floor. This is where we fundamentally disagree. You don't believe, and I'll just say very plainly, you're not learned enough in the area of understanding systems. You don't believe in them, so you don't study them. You don't look at them. You disregard them. You think that respectability can solve all of our ills, and that's a Disneyland proposition.
That's not true, Jeff. I feel like self accountability can solve all our issues. I feel like self consolidation, being amongst ourselves and creating a base of power. All right, what I just said.
Have you forgotten that we've done that?
All right, and we
over and over. Wow. This is where history comes in. This is where you have to be learned enough about it. J-Jack is in a general area where it happened before, and it's happened all over the South. We went to ourselves. You ain't bringing up nothing that we haven't tried.
Why wouldn't it work?
What happened to those areas? What happened to those entities? That's not a new concept that black people said. Black people said we'll go off to ourselves. We'll go off to ourselves and do our own thing. We'll raise our own children. We'll educate our own children.
I wish I could.
And what happened to those communities?
They're under
They all got destroyed. Can I get a word?
And for what? You got to go into it. What happened?
They all got systematically destroyed.
How?
By the government intervention and white regret. Not white regret.
Has that left? Has that left our society?
All right.
Has that left?
Yeah. We talked about the draft.
Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there real quick.
We got to
hasn't gone anywhere.
All right. Before we go to the next topic, let me just say this real quick because I'm real big on
I was addressing the art. I was telling the art, bro.
I read a book a week. Like I really be on this kind of stuff real heavy. My big thing is on this is that it's a cowardly mentality to say, you know what, we can't do it because white people ain't gonna never let us do it.
I never said we couldn't do it.
What I'm saying is let's try to do it now. Let's try to do it now. We talk about what happened yesteryear. I get yesteryear. I get they stopped us. I get we wasn't strong enough. I get all that, but that should not be.
That's never been a thing. You can't say that.
That should not
always been strong enough.
Okay,
we've always been strong enough. We've always been smart enough.
Well, Jeff,
it's never been a self problem.
Jeff, because our granddaddy
we can't address
because they took it from my granddaddy, don't mean I'm gonna let them take it from me. That's what I'm saying. It's like we can't say, oh, because granddaddy got it took from him. Shoot, we better not even try. I might as well just go ahead and stay mediocre all my life. I'm not trying to be mediocre.
To understand who your enemy is. It's to understand who your enemy is.
Different now.
What you're talking about is like
we can't blame systemic racism in
better,
2024.
You better respect it.
Okay,
you better respect it.
Okay. What I'm saying is, as men,
I'll give a sports.
What I'm saying is,
this is like
men,
practicing. This is like practicing
cares
basketball
who cares
without defense.
This
is like practicing basketball without defense. This is like practicing basketball without defense. You got all kind of moves with nobody in front of you. And then when the defense show up and you get ripped and you wonder why. You just think that you got to dribble back.
Okay, when the defense rip you can't say, see, the system set up. The system won't let me get my moves off.
No, you just respecting the defense.
Dog world out here.
You just have to respect the defense.
Nobody
you just got to
cares
respect the defense, dog. You just
Nobody
have to
cares.
respect the defense.
A man cannot be a damsel in distress. We not allowed to have excuses, y'all.
It's not about
what up, Doyle?
Okay, what he's saying basically, like in DeSoto, y'all, it's a community. That ain't a system. It ain't trying to spread a system out to other places. Right? Now we talking about a whole system. Like Saginaw system is running things that's happening there is different than what's happening in Flint, it's different systems everywhere. But as a whole, you got systems that are still combating and fighting. So when you talk about the average and certain areas only got, or well, not certain areas, but you say as an average, it's showing that people are struggling because other systems are still in place that's breaking them, that's holding back. You know what I mean? It's certain places where you can't get a job if you don't have this look. You know what I mean? It's certain places where you can get a job. You know what I mean? So until you get more people in these systems, just like when we talk about police. Another reason why police has changed a little bit because there's more people getting in there to hold people accountable within those systems. You feel me?
All right, J Jack, if I could, just for a second, bro. Why not create our own systems, man? Like, why not?
You talk about cowardly.
You can't get
cowardly.
You can't get 1,000 people.
That's cowardly. That's cowardly because that is fantasy. That is
fantasy.
Cowardly? And you rather deal in fantasy land than reality. That's cowardly.
All right.
That's cowardly.
Let me speak on
create what? Well, let's create black land too while we at it. Let's create it. Let's create it.
I'm a God-color individual.
Why stop
I
there?
look at it like this, though.
You got to stand 10 toes down where you at and deal with the issues where you are.
All right.
And not deal in fantasy land.
Hey Jeff.
Jeff. I ain't never heard nobody chastise.
Because I don't like that respectability shit. We'll attack ourselves.
No. I don't do that.
If we just do,
I'm being respectful, but I don't do that victim stuff. I want to say this. Jeff, no. I got fired from my job for stealing time. I made $108,000 a year working at a hospital. I got fired for stealing time. For trying to report something, they fired me 2 weeks later for stealing time. Instead of saying, "Whoa, it's me," look at the system holding me back. What did I do? I took my.
That wasn't the system, though.
That wasn't the system.
You got to make a comparison that's real.
I started a business, and now I make more money. Now I make more money than what I was making when I had a job. So my whole team is
salute to your come up.
No. Let me say this. Let me finish, please. Please let me finish. What I'm saying is, as a black man paying a mortgage, my wife don't care what my excuse is. It's results based. Shit is results based. Black men keep saying, "Oh, the system holding me back." See, this white supremacy doing this.
Nobody's saying that.
Fuck white supremacy.
Nobody's saying that.
Fuck white supremacy. Man, I'm talking about results based. I'm not trying to be no damsel in distress. I'm not trying to talk like no damsel.
Pointing out systemic problems ain't a damsel.
That is damsel work. That's damsel for a grown man. A woman can do that.
Avoiding it is putting your head in the sand. Avoiding it is putting your head in the sand.
A woman
no problem.
A woman can say, "Give me a job." A woman can say, "Give me a job." Why they won't give me no job? A woman can do that. A grown man can't do that.
Will. Look, together, right?
Yeah.
Go. That system. How would you prosper in that job that we worked and what we made?
Ain't no way to prosper in that.
Thank you.
And they was paying people that was on the team.
You said
that
are you no? Are you saying that? Does that make you a victim?
What you mean? Am I still working out that fact? Am I still working there complaining?
No, they fired you.
That's beside the point. That's beside the
no,
point.
they ain't fired me there.
Will.
I quit.
You simply
I was
pointed
worth
out.
more.
You simply pointed
But
out
there's
the
other people still
circumstance.
in it.
You just pointed out the
People that
circumstance.
ain't got no choice.
You left the system, but people still was in that place that we worked at.
That's very true.
Right? Exactly.
Very
so
true.
You got out of that system. Say that Jeff can't get out of what his system is, but that don't mean that system don't still operate.
Okay. If you sign up, I signed up for the system. I signed up for what I was making now. I signed up to make 3 times less than what the other guy was making. Right? I cannot complain. About that. I signed up for that system. I can't say white supremacy is doing this. The system is holding me back. The system is going to trap you this way. The system put a hole in the ground and put a sheet over top of it. I can see that system right there. And I can't still go walk into it and fall.
That ain't the same, and that ain't the same, bro.
No, that's what's going on here.
What we was talking about within that system was not going to kill you. It was not going to lock you up unjustly.
Nope.
It wasn't going to keep what it could. It kept you from making more money. It capped you off of what you. It capped you off of what you was going to make and what nothing you was going to do about it. So
Jack,
until you can get into a power system in that, till you can get into a position of power within that system to start changes within that system, you ain't doing nothing to that system.
And I don't want to get in the power system in that. I just rather create my own system.
So you had to leave it.
To create my own system.
So you had to leave it.
Yeah.
You had to leave it.
And right now,
basically what you said. But every human being on this earth can't leave where they're at. Like that's what Jeff said. Sometimes you got to stand 10 toes where you at and fight.
And you can't complain then.
You can't complain.
Can. Why you can't?
What you think? You got people out there picking it for more money. People picking at UA. They got what they had unions. Do the unions just say, "Oh, we're gonna take what y'all give us"? No, they're there to fight for the people.
You can't only complain. You got to complain and do something about it.
Do something.
No, I ain't even trying to be there. I ain't trying to be there.
So you went somewhere
you
else.
Did something about it.
Yeah.
You did something.
You right, Ryan.
Let me better than the person who's complaining
to do it, but everybody can't do that.
Ooh, watch this.
Somebody finna fight. It's probably more. It's some places like where I was at was making $8-9 an hour.
I can mute from
now
over
they making
here.
like 20. That's because they fought and got those prices. Them things raised up, and that was for the betterment. Sometimes you do it for the betterment of the people coming behind you.
Monique got a question for you.
So that's been our problem over centuries. Monique Lamar Silva say, "Good evening. Are you guys yet live?"
Yeah, we still on here.
Hey, see what Ardor said. See what Ardor said. We don't currently have the means to protect, defend anything we build from outside attacks. So how do we get to that point then? If we just gonna sit around and say, "Well, we ain't got it," they gonna tear it down. We need to build a base of power at some point.
Hey,
Now,
hey, Hartman. Waterman.
Can
I ask you something? Y'all been running, y'all been going crazy, bro. I just want to say something real quick, man. So my opinion, it's just my personal opinion, like kind of being in the middle, like, I'm a ground level dude, right? Ground level dude, started off from nothing, trying to have something. You build up, you try to have a business, and I understand what you're saying, Waterman, about stepping out of the system, which is in this case, it's just a job system to create my own system.
Yep.
But no matter what, even though I have this little system of my barbershops, there's a bigger system that I can't do nothing about, right? So I got to kind of just know the rules and play the game how it needs to be played, right? It's hard for me to understand as I listen to Jeff and Jack and even you, Waterman, like what the solution would be, right? So my thing is, I've always felt like, again, back to the like-mindedness, but also as a person, that you have to start with yourself first, and then build yourself, build wealth around you, build business so that you can help people, help the people that you love or whatnot. And the other stuff, like, man, like the racism and all that, I really hate it. But I know we all in the same group, like even on Facebook or whatever. Y'all notice I don't be on that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Because and it's not to say that I don't care. I just know that I'm probably not the voice to be doing it all the time to push it in the right direction that it needs to go to, right? So it bothers me so much because I do hear the arguments, and I feel like sometimes I don't get solution. I don't hear solution. I just hear what's next or what are we gonna do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
I have solution.
That's my thought on that. That's my thought.
I feel you. I agree with that. I have a solution, and I've been solution based on this for a minute now because it helped me out. And it saved my life, and honestly, saved my marriage, saved my family, all that good stuff. But I've been real big right now on promoting service business because I started a service business. Now, everybody can't have a service business. I get it, 100%. But there are so many different kinds of services you can provide. You know what I'm saying? I was outside with my neighbors. We were sitting on the back of a pickup truck, drinking some beers. Mexican guy came by and started cutting all our grass, $60 a pop. So we watching as this dude cutting all our grass. He cut 10 yards in 3 hours and dip out. And we said, damn, he just made $600. He just made $200 an hour. Man, none of us making $200 an hour. We laughed about it. This was years ago. And I talked to that Mexican guy. His kids go to my kid's school. He live in a house just like mine. He got a truck better than mine. All from having a service business. And that's what prompted me. So I started talking to his wife. And his wife said, he don't speak no English. His wife speak English. His wife said, Hispanic men don't care who the president is. They don't vote. They don't care what the laws say. They don't care about discrimination because they can work with their hands. And a man that can work with his hands can feed himself. And when she told me that, bust my head wide open. They don't care what the laws say. They don't care about discrimination. They don't care about these things. You can have felonies and do what I do and make the money I make. You can cut grass and make the money. Like, you don't need no certifications. You don't need no schooling. And I want to start going into schools. That's what I was talking about a month ago. They asked me to start going to schools next August and teaching with entrepreneur classes and whatnot. And it's all about, like, if you can show a man how to catch his own fish, he don't need to fish. These jobs and these job systems is what's keeping us docile. It's what's keeping us down in a lot of different ways. If we can get our own money systems going, we can actually get to be a people that can do a lot more things and have a lot more to live for. The most dangerous man, I was listening to Charles White say this. Charles White was saying this about dudes 15 to 25.
Oh no, hell no.
Danger zone
no.
These guys,
Charles White?
Dangerous because they don't have, if they died, they wouldn't leave a woman a widow and they wouldn't leave a child a bastard. They have nothing to live for.
I want to ask you a question on that.
Things of value to live for in our lives.
I want to ask you a question on that. So, do you think right now, currently, as far as black businesses, what do you rate black businesses? One of the best right now, or still behind?
We behind everybody right now.
We got so many black businesses, bro, right now
Of
that's
course.
going and doing.
It's
way more booming. And it's so many people getting into the businesses right now that is ridiculous, bro.
Texas in the top 10. Texas in the top 10 for black states.
So
black businesses.
again, that's a generalization.
No. Even though we're doing better, that does not change the fact that everybody else is getting in business as well. We are still far behind everybody. We are just doing better. I get that.
You gotta understand why we still behind. And it's
the obvious thing
Mexicans
is right
did not
there,
go through what we
but
went
you
through.
don't take it. You think that we don't want? You think we want to be behind?
We behind for a reason.
You think we want to be behind?
Okay, what
So
do
Waterman,
you think we've never had agency?
We behind.
You think we've never had agency?
Okay, hey Jeff, can you tell me why we behind without using anybody
Jeff
else?
ain't even got to answer that. I can answer that.
Okay, well, Drake, can you tell me why we behind without using nobody else?
Can we use
just
the
black
comment?
people?
Hey, Will,
just black people.
Will, can we get to this? I'm gonna get to this comment right quick. Arthur Doyle Sr. said, "We do, but we're centuries behind. Not to say we shouldn't build, but that has to be on our minds to protect what we build. That's why BWS and others so easily destroyed by our own government. We've been too dependent on our enemy to defend, provide, and protect.
Preach, Doyle. That's what I'm talking about.
Monique said, "What the hell? That can only work for some people. How can you not care?" I think she's talking to you, Will.
Not care about what?
I think she might be
what
talking
can
to
only
me.
work for some people?
She's talking to Dre.
Oh, she's talking to you, Dre?
I think she's talking to me. Because I was talking about earlier about everything that happened as far as like me not being into the like racist conversations and stuff as much as I was. You know, I don't seek those things out.
I don't know about that. I think basically that everybody can't do do what Will doing. Everybody can't do what I'm doing. Everybody can't do what Jeff doing. Everybody
You have
can't
your
do what Dre
position.
doing.
Hey, that's
But
thousands.
together we all do.
Together,
Together with all five of us right now, we done hit a lot of different markets. So anybody can say, "Oh, they don't do this." We find people that do. You know what I mean? So
no doubt.
So everybody can technically.
It ain't that everybody can because everybody got their own specialized thing that they can do. Some people go to school.
They got to learn how to get compensated for it. That's
Hold
all
on,
it is.
hold on.
That's what they fight for.
Clarity for me, for Miss Monique is this. I deal with society and the community all the time, right? And because I have a barbershop, 2 barbershops where people walk in, you know, we're seeing, you know, I see 80 people a week, and you got 6 barbers, so we're seeing about, let's say, 400 people a week, right? That's kids, that's white, that's black, that's SA. This barbershop here in Frisco, I have so many police coming here. A lot of white dudes, police that come in here, and we talk about stuff, right? And
she was talking about that. She was talking about Will.
Oh, my bad. Good. Get him. But I ain't got to defend myself.
About who the president was.
I was saying,
Will was talking about the Mexican.
Yeah, I was talking about the Mexican.
It's a misnomer. It's a misnomer.
They didn't
you know how much political power Latino folk have.
Hey Jeff, I still ask what's the solution. I still ask what can black people do better than what white people doing. Leave other races out of it. I'm asking what's the solution without going into what white people do.
I've never touched on what white people do.
Well, I'm asking you.
I never touch on them.
No, you keep talking about the system. Who the system then?
What?
Who the system? Who is the system that's keep holding us back?
White people aren't the system.
I'm asking you, who the system then?
The system is already in place.
Who destroyed all the black cities in our past?
The system is just like the system.
Who's not giving out the time?
You don't want him to mention white people, but you ask questions that go.
No. Every time I say that we can be self-accountable, he keeps throwing in, well, they won't let us, or the system doing
never
this.
Said that. I never said those words. Come on, man, you got to use the words that I say. Like I've never said the words. Nobody won't let us.
Let me ask.
I've never said those words. You can't put that on me, dog.
Hey, Jeff,
don't do that.
I've never got that message from him either, bro. And I've been listening to Jeff.
Don't do that.
How can we break the generational curses? Just dealing with our part. What is our part to break the generational curses? How about that?
Education is one of them, right?
Saving
money, knowing about business, finance. I mean, I'm just saying from like as I'm listening to y'all, like I've been cooling, but I think those are like as I've listened to Jeff and read Jeff's stuff over the past 10, 15 years and seeing him in the community and stuff. I seen him talk to white dudes on the internet and try to get them to understand the plight and what's going on and you know how we need to get where we need to get to. I seen him talk to black guys and getting their confidence up and saying that the older generation needs to communicate to the younger generation and not just shun them off. I've seen those things, so I'm not really sure what you're trying to like get out of Jeff.
I didn't need you to cake for Jeff. Jeff, bro,
I'm not caking, bro. We're having a conversation.
I said cake.
I'm not caping. I'm not caping either. I'm just having a conversation because it's a conversation, bro.
Yeah, I know. Y'all got
he know I'm with it. He know I'm with it, so I ain't tripping on none of that. So we just having a conversation.
I think he does it unconsciously, where Will has a gene where he'll poke.
I ain't worried about Will.
That's just how he is. You got to know that. No, I think for me, you want to answer for me. All roads lead to politics for me.
Okay.
you know, every entity in this country that has some power, they have political power. And that's the one place where we haven't harnessed our power. And that's the place where we have to change, you know, how we deal. We're the people. When you want to speak on Black people, like we've been too dependent on the Democratic Party.
I agree.
And so that our political position has to change. We have to have, you know, come into understanding that we need our own Black agenda.
I want to ask you a question on a different subject. But I told you I'm running for mayor next year. My big thing is, and I'm talking to my daughter about it. My daughter just got made a super delegate for the Democratic Party.
That's awesome. That's getting into political power. Like we don't even understand. If you ask 10 Black people what a super delegate is, they ain't gonna know what it is. Right.
Now, my big thing is I don't know what I want to run as. I don't know what political party I want to run as, because Black people vote overwhelmingly so Democrat. I get told that you have to run Democrat, otherwise you can't win. My values are very conservative, but you can't win a conservative seat in an all-Black city like I'm in. So I was talking to my doctor for my Achilles surgery. Just went in a little while ago, and I told him, white dude, told him I'm having this dilemma, running as a conservative or a liberal, Democrat or Republican. This is none of the other. Should I go independent? He said, why not be a conservative Democrat?
There are some.
And I said, damn, I never really thought about that. Like, we gonna vote Democrat regardless.
That's what Barack Obama was.
He was, he was very moderate.
It's nothing. It's not one thing of Republicans. It's not one thing of Democrats. It's many things of each. It's like 10 or 50. You can choose whatever you want to be. You don't have to
you can be a.
I don't like
being independent.
Vote.
You can be an independent and still caucus with Democrats. Like you ain't gotta. No, I'm saying it's many different ways to skin a cat.
Yeah, but see, that's what we talking about as far as system. And the thing is, if it's not enough representation within the system to keep stuff honest, the system run wild. You feel me? Like I've been a manager for 8-9 years in the place I'm be, and I'm an associate or people's type of manager. So I'm a if somebody's doing something wrong in another manager, somebody to say, hey dog, you know you shouldn't have did that. It's called accountability. When you got cats running rogue within systems, anything can happen. So it ain't always just saying the system, but when you say the system, because who it's a lot of people that might control the system that mess you over. And that could be Black, that could be white, that could be anybody. And if you don't hold, just like politics, when you talk about politics, if you ain't voting and getting the right people in, that system can run wild on you. You feel me?
It's very true.
Yeah, and that's that. I'd like to add upon that. When I talk about the system, I'm talking about something that was put in place and that is running on its own. And a lot of times there are Black people in this system that you can be Black and perpetuate white supremacy.
They stick to the script.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They gonna read
that's just pointing it out. That's not blaming white people or being a victim.
They ain't
That's telling people what the lay of the land is.
Okay, I want to say this because I want to make sure me and Jeff are clear on this. Like Jeff already know, I got a tremendous amount of respect for him. Of course. Me and
likewise.
Jeff, my big thing is
we can still argue and beat.
Yeah, my big thing be this though. I'll be wanting to make sure we clear. Like I be feeling like we gotta be excuse free. That's all I be really trying to say. Is like nobody really cares about our plight. Nobody cares, bro. Like when we say, man, we getting held back, man, we ain't got this, man, we need to get here. People be results based, and it'd be hard to stand before other men of other ethnicities and argue from a position of even respect when we come in with excuses and even justified excuses. We got to be able to.
I gotta say,
in spite of. We got to be able to say I persevered in spite of. I was strong enough in spite of. We can't really use the excuses.
But you can't call them victims.
That's not an excuse.
What do you fix it? What do you fix it?
If you that's not an excuse, though. I'll put it in track form. So say we got 6 lanes.
When I told you about meeting our consequences, Dre, that's what I'll be talking about fixing.
What you say, bro?
Pointing out
about meeting our consequences. That's when we don't just say, "Oh, the police are brutalizing us." we got to be able to give out consequences. If we can't give out consequences, like Art was saying above, like if we can't, we allowing our oppressor to protect and provide for us, we are never gonna get it. So when you talk about it, we're gonna be about this.
I guess my thing is, see, you just used the word oppressor, right?
Yeah.
And so if I can't point out what the oppressor does without being called a victim, but for just saying, if you slap me in my face and I say, "Damn, dog, you slapped me in my face," and you say, "Oh, you a victim." Wait a minute, you slapped me, dog. Like, I can't point that out.
An example. I was giving Jay an example of meeting out consequences.
No, I'm just saying.
I was just giving an example of meeting out consequences. That's all.
No, I'm saying
because your victims be generalized real heavy though, because it's like you see. The thing is, okay.
I don't like seeing black men with excuses, man.
No, it ain't
That's
about
not
excuses, bro. It's basically statements of what's going on. If me and Jeff and Dre running the show right now, and we talk, and
hey, Monique,
and you don't
Monique,
get a chance.
You're supposed to care.
Look,
you're a woman.
Look, Will, listen. Jeff and Dre running the show right now, and we talking, hold the whole show up, and you say,
and we mute your mic.
Yeah, we mute your mic, and you say, "Hey, can I talk? Can I say something? You a victim?"
No, we come back and say, "You a victim, dog. Shut up."
Figure it out.
Stop being a victim. Stop being a victim.
You know what?
Hit that button again.
Hey, but Waterman gonna go do his own podcast. He said, "I'm gonna go do my own podcast."
There you go. There you go. We'll go. Hey, it's a stream this to your audience. It's a stream to your audience right now.
As long as you don't complain first, nigga.
Hey, these niggas ain't even let me talk. Yeah, fuck them niggas.
And you know what?
I almost muted you earlier.
You still gonna be mad talking about them motherfuckers wouldn't let
They didn't let me talk.
They didn't let me talk.
Hey,
you might go over there like I'm gonna do my own magazine, but I'm gonna still say Will fired me from his magazine and wouldn't let me do what I want to do.
The thing is, that's not a
complaining. I'm a victim.
That's results based. If nobody heard me, if we got 5 dudes on here, nobody heard Willie Lee because Willie Lee mic was muted. Even though I didn't get heard because my mic was muted, who cares? My points didn't make it on the screen. Nobody cares. Nigga, get a result.
No, you probably gonna care.
Nobody gonna care.
He gonna care.
Pity. Okay. Oh, that's the point. The point is,
you gonna inbox somebody else saying fuck him. Fuck him,
no,
Jack.
okay.
I can't stand
you made my point. Nobody cares. When I say nobody cares, I'm saying that a man can't be a damsel in distress. If I get on here,
you're only a damsel in distress.
They wouldn't let me talk.
You're only a damsel in distress.
I'm being a damsel
in distress if you don't go create your own thing.
There you go. There you go.
Who disagrees with that?
Bro,
pointing out racism and doing something about it.
I can think of 3 people off the top of my head. I can think of 3 people off the top of my head that disagree with that. When I said make our own, which I say, but we did that before. And they
no.
What did they do to it?
But they did.
Listen. Will, listen. It's been done before.
You don't believe in Tulsa, Philly?
Listen. Thawed magazine created our own. Cap created their own. His barbershop created their own.
Yes, sir.
We do still create, but that don't mean we ain't gonna say, "Hey, dog, this happened before, and look what happened." I created mine. Got plenty of people that help out with us, and we gonna keep building. Even though I might say, "Hey, they destroyed that magazine over there. They tore them down. They did this. They did that." Yeah, I can't say it. I'm a victim. You see what I'm doing? You see black people making billions of dollars. You see black people making millions of dollars. You see black people with sororities, fraternities helping each other. You see union workers. You see
ain't enough.
You see your own area of what you just talked about, black owned and black people in your own areas. Bro, when we say it's been done, it's still being done or whatever, that don't mean we don't agree with you. It just means you, in a ways, you're not gonna get everybody to do the same together. It's all being done in small packets around the place and growth and building in a certain way. Could it be done eventually where it all become one? Yeah, but once everybody maybe start building and growing and doing what they doing.
What I'm saying is we can't build a coalition of the willing We can't build a large enough coalition of the willing economically or politically.
I'll probably text. I don't know.
Because when we point out a solution, we get too many excuses. We get too much victimhood. We get so much. Oh, it ain't gonna work.
That might be who you. That might be who you're listening to.
Just your name, and then
no, it's not because I'll say no because
you gonna mute your mic.
Dog. If I say no, what he's saying is, you know what I'm saying, which is what I disagree with. So say right now, we all say, you know what, we finna start a TV station. We finna come up.
And if I say get no TV,
and if I say, well, we gonna have this pitfall or that pitfall, he'll say, oh, you're being a victim. It's like, no, I'm just pointing out the obstacles.
Right.
Your obstacle,
point out the obstacles so that we can figure out how to go around.
Your obstacle is vague.
I'm saying the example is vague. I'm making a vague example to make a point. Pointing out
the system is a vague example.
Isn't complaining.
What I'm saying is
the system is saying the pitfall
is a red herring. The system is a red herring.
The system is real, big dog.
See.
You don't think the system's real, Waterman? You don't think that's real?
No.
Well, that's
according to the system.
Can I?
Can we identify? Call a member of the system.
Can I submit?
Tell me the names of the system.
Well,
you said
I'm a bid y'all ado on that point.
Oh, come on.
That's crazy, bro. You don't think there's systematic racism or systematic?
I respect you too much. I respect
like you said, the red line and all that stuff.
Big dog.
We don't have to deal with that.
Sorry about that, Monique.
Not in our generation. We don't got red line in here. Why are we talking red line?
You don't think
red lines still exist?
You don't think that people don't let you in the house
as a black man? Man, they won't let me get no bottled water. They tell me to drink out the water. They tell me to drink out the water.
It's not the same, bro. Now you're in trolling mode. Now you're in trolling mode. I don't even think you believe what you say.
What's the red line going on? We literally have laws. We literally have laws on the books that you can't discriminate in housing. We have housing laws that say you can't discriminate on ethnicity, background, marital status, sexual orientation.
Can you change the hue on him right now? Because you sounded like somebody with a different hue.
I muted him, Jack. If you want to unmute, I just
Now we can mute you.
I know how to mute nigga. This is how I troll, bro. I control shit. That's enough. You got to chill. Listen. Listen to what we're saying. Understand. Okay. Now go ahead.
Look, you got kick Will out.
he here. I just need him to chill for a minute.
Where he at?
I'm gonna unmute him. Did he leave? I'm gonna unmute him.
For real?
I muted him, bro.
Oh, bro. Oh, don't do it like that.
Because I want to hear what's going on, big dog.
We wanted them points. Will gonna keep it interesting.
It's interesting, but I just want to see. I just want to hear. Like,
I think
I think he left. You know, like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, chill, bro. You know, like I'm trying to get a real point, a real conversation.
Will already felt like he battling 3-4 people. That's how he felt.
I'm actually on his side on a lot of stuff. You know, we just having conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we having a conversation. You know,
that's all. But he overtalk. He'll overtalk people. You try to make a point, you can't get a point in, and you know what I'm saying. Jeff trying to get stuff off, he can't. You know what I'm saying? No, I fuck with him. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. He ain't have to leave. I was gonna unmute him.
He gonna say he
my bad, Jeff. My bad, Jeff. I wasn't trying to.
Oh no, you good. You good.
Yeah.
If y'all just want me to listen, go ahead and teach me.
No, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Come back,
come on back home, baby. A conversation is a two-way street, man. And the problem is that somebody says something, and then he says something, and then he just starts taking over and blurting out stuff. Man, let's go back and forth and hear what each other got to say and address the points, man. Damn. Yeah. And let me get in. I want to get in too.
Everybody got different points of view, and we just right now it's for the people. To me, it's for the people that's watching. We all put to say our point. So he had his point of view, which a lot of times like I say, we don't always agree. You know what I mean? But he's a successful person doing his own thing, and I salute him for that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So the thing is, all of these combos, a lot of times when you're debating, and I hope he understand that too, when you're debating, it's really for the people to learn. They might learn your point of view, and they might learn our point of view. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to be understanding and
there has
not
to be
just
there has
blocked
to be
off.
there has to be a certain integrity to a debate.
Right.
There can't be a debate when you tell me that redlining doesn't exist. There's no debate there.
No, I agree. Exactly.
That's
Like you
You're
can't
not operating in
ignore
integrity.
stuff.
A debate has to have a certain amount of
Facts.
integrity. Like,
What? Right, Jeff. Facts. Some facts.
yeah,
She said,
like
no, take the time to teach him. He asked you to teach him.
he was being
but
facetious, Miss
listen, he's
Monique.
being facetious. Yeah, we
Got to know who
understand.
you're dealing with, man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, and that's my guy, and I tell him the same way. And I know if you're listening,
It's
the
all
same
day.
way.
It's my guy, man. You know that.
Will come from humble roots. You know what I mean? Yeah. He come from where he's seen everything that he ain't, everything that he disagreeing with and saying that ain't here. He came and saw that. He know where he come from the bottom of it. You know what I mean? Me and him used to walk to work. You know what I mean? I know how it was for Will. You feel me? So a lot of times when you hear him, to me, I hear him from a person that's doing good now in life that might don't remember when he was doing bad and what was holding him back from doing. And when he left and was able to grow and explore and be the person that he is, he left situations. You see me? And I'm hoping he understand what I'm saying. You grew after you got out of that tight hole. Some people are still in that tight hole all over the world.
Yep.
All over the world.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you have to understand. It's like me. It would be like me becoming a billionaire and then be like, hey, man, y'all all can be billionaires. Come on, be a billionaire. Why y'all ain't being a billionaire? Bro, I can't do that. Right. I can't do that. It ain't excuses. I can't do that to y'all. I can try to teach y'all. I can try to teach everybody. I can show a person how to do a magazine, but I know everybody can't.
Yes. Hey Jack. So when Waterman was talking, I know he listening, and I do understand a lot of points he's making when he's talking about self-sufficiency and not using excuses to get where we got to go. And you know me from years, bro.
Wait, hold on. He was joking with the Waterman. He say it's all love, but censoring mics is wild while talking about discourse. I wasn't allowed to explain redlining and systematic racism. Y'all flew off on the coon talk. No, we ain't saying no coon. I don't remember nobody saying no coon.
I ain't never say coon, bro. I don't know where that came from. No, we ain't on that. We just have
you said it wasn't no systematic racism, though. You can't explain it if you say it ain't none. But I mean, you can come back on. You still got the link. Dre was messing with you, bro.
Yeah, I was fucking with you, bro. I know how to troll too, nigga.
Yeah, he was trolling. We all was laughing, bro. You should have took it as a joke.
Yeah, it's off. I was just gonna take it back off, but I do want to say that I do agree with him when he says like stuff like strapping yourself up by the boots. But you got to understand the rules of the game. You know what I'm saying? This is a game that we playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing this game like you said. I got the barbershops or whatever, and it's not a flex. It's just something that you want to have to create your own self-sufficiency. But I know what the rules are of this land. You know what I'm saying? I know how people think. I know I have to be aware and cognizant of whoever walks in my shop as far as what their opinion are. I've had people sit in my chair like that were racist, bro. I could tell just from the conversations we've had when they get to politicals or whatever. Those things happen. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, again, back to you, Waterman, I agree. There's no excuses. I got to make moves. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody's in a position to where they don't have excuses because shit really held them back. You know what I'm saying? We've been, a lot of us been homeless or whatever, couldn't get jobs. I got felonies or whatever, can't get certain jobs to make certain kind of money. Yes, I can't use those as excuses to stop me from going forward, right? But those are about me as a person. I still know what's going on in this real world where I still got to navigate it and accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. Salute to Miss Monique. She said a couple things. But yeah, she said something about him having his head in the sand, and that's that's you can't live with your head in the sand. You can't run away from racism. You can't.
Right.
And
you got
and that's not to say that you can't still persevere. You should still persevere.
Right.
We do.
Come back on
persevere.
here. Come back on here, Waterman.
Pointing out racism isn't giving up. Pointing out racism is just saying there's a pitfall right there, and there's a pitfall right there, so you need to go around this way.
Yep.
That's all that is.
Yep.
Understand, and this is what we got to understand. Though he making conversation in a lot of ways. That's it. That's all he doing. Because a lot of times he don't believe what he's saying. I still believe.
I know
that.
he don't.
Because if you tell me when the police pull me over, just do and don't move and say what, then you telling me about systematic things that can hold you back. If you telling me don't hold court in the streets, you talking about the whole system that I gotta be able to just then you know what systematic things can do to you.
Yeah,
so if you
man, you gotta know.
Can't deny it.
Man, you know how many I've seen it numerous times where somebody literally gave up and said, you got me. And the police still came in like WWE, like blah, and still did something. You know what I'm saying? That giving yourself up and being compliant, as you say, doesn't guarantee that you still gonna live.
Yeah.
So why put that excuse or that burden on us? To me, that's cowardly. Like, don't put that burden. The burden isn't on me. I'm not the civil servant.
Yeah, he
I'm
know
not the
that,
person
bro.
that was hired,
bro.
To,
if you listen,
their standard is higher.
Bro, if you listen, you listen to Will. Sometimes you gotta decipher. But if you listen to Will, the same way he described him getting fired, he knows another person that controlled what he was doing, controlling his time.
Right.
He figured right now that he ain't got no boss. You do got a boss. Every client you work for is your boss, and you don't do that job right, you got no money coming in. So he knows the problem. He knows the things that control what he can do.
The government is still his boss too, Jeff. The government is still his boss too.
Bro. He know all of that, bro. And when he talking, it's like you gotta listen, and you at the same time you say, "Okay, bro." You know what I mean? He gonna get you hot. He gonna make you say, "Man, what the hell?" But he almost to that point where it's like that's what we live in right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Look, I mean, even that comment right there. I can buy a house anywhere in America.
No,
yes, you can. You can.
Right.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
That customer your boss too.
But you know what I'm saying? But how many stories are you still hearing where a black person put they house on the market? It still got their pictures up, so you see it's a black person's house, and it gets automatically devalued.
Just because
then
a black
they
person.
take those pictures off and get it revalued again, and it's 200% higher. That ain't a victim. That ain't victim blaming. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where we disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I can't take you seriously in some of your commentary. And as somebody, you know what I'm saying, that I deal with this stuff every day. Like, you know what I'm saying, because I know it's real. And there are real victims of this shit.
That's why he put that comment. He know, bro. I'm about to. That's my guy. But he want to piss you off. He want to say you making excuses. He want to.
he try to dig. He try to dig where he think it's gonna hurt.
He gonna
a little bit.
That's it. And he knew where he was gonna hit Jeff. You know what I mean?
That ain't no victim talk, bro.
No, it's not no victim talk. But like the comment said, let me read. I want to.
But like Monique say, you know what I'm saying? Like he will hit my button. But guess what I take it as? A moment to teach. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yep, you hit the teaching button. You sure did.
Jeff, you get on.
Is that the button?
That teaching button. So
Monique said, listen, the stuff I've learned as old as I am since being an elected official is something. It's good to know what I know. I thought I knew, but now I see.
Yeah, shout out to Monique. She's a city council person in the city of Saginaw. So yeah.
Hello.
Salute.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Salute.
Doing great work, man. She's been doing great work in the community for years, even before she was a council person. Like, she worked at community centers as like a real community person that really cares about kids and people. And so she's been doing the work before she even got elected. So she just continuing to work.
No doubt. Arthur Dole said, tax man collect from everybody.
Everybody.
You better move accordingly.
That's down in the top system in the world.
You better move accordingly, man.
Yeah, you fight that system and try to create your own. Yeah, go ahead. They gonna declare war. You ain't pay us. Yeah, they gonna declare.
And guess what? You still gonna fight systems even as a business owner.
Fight
you still
system
gonna fight
left and
systems
right.
because you're gonna fight tax law. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fight because hey, I want to keep more of my money. So guess what? You know what I'm saying? If I got these two candidates and one is more pro business, guess what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why, certain folks, I ain't mad that they Republicans because certain folk, you know what I'm saying? You gonna ride for who ride for you. Can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like if your policies match, you know what I'm saying, and are better for me.
Is Waterman saying he doesn't believe in systematic racism? Is that what he said?
He doesn't. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That's a troll point. I believe.
Okay, so those are ways to
troll
get us
point.
to talk.
I hope. I hope.
I respect him much more than that, but you can't just be saying anything, man. We too old.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous to do that.
You got people who read and listen and learn and want to know, and we are in a position to where that. And listen, y'all know me. I didn't troll my ass off. I have trolled my ass off, but I've what do you call it? I've controlled the trolling because again, people listen, they read, and they don't know things, and they take these things as facts. So when you got to just be careful what you put out there in the air, especially as a person who's saying that you really want us as a people to come together. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't look at things unbiasedly and give real meaningful dialogue, then you kind of spinning in a circle, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
I troll in sports. That's I troll in sports. I don't troll in real life. Sorry.
I feel that.
No.
I had to lay off that conversation and let y'all have that conversation.
I already know, bro. You already know. I know. I know.
That's wild.
I know. We would. J-Jack would have had to edit.
I was wondering why you were so quiet, Kerry. I'm like, this Kerry cup of tea. What's up?
We had to put the disclaimer up there. These views are not necessarily the views of Thawed Magazine or Sports Talk Texas.
I just saw Waterman's next
I
comment.
had already seen the direction it was starting to head on. I said, I'm just going to sit over here and keep tweaking my little stuff over here while I'm listening to y'all. It certainly went in the direction I thought it was going into.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. My wife looking at me crazy. I'm like, like who got you charged up over here?
That's nuts, man.
But hey, man.
That's a touchy. You know what though? Them subjects be real touchy when people got real different feelings like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's necessary. It's necessary.
I don't know. Like I rocks with my guy, but I've been quit having conversations with that guy about that kind of stuff about 2 or 3 years ago. I quit listening because it sounds too much like Larry Elder to me, and I really don't care for that guy. So I can discuss a lot of stuff with him, but that's the one thing that I kind of avoid. You know what I'm saying?
That's been a conversation in our community for a long time. Like you brought up a Larry Elder, that I think it's a response to systemic racism. Some people are willing to fight it. Some people feel like, man, it's like the boogeyman. Like if I put the covers over my head, like I ain't got to deal with it.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's what that is. Like if I just focus on what I'm doing and I don't deal with the racism, and that's why I say, using white supremacy talking points, because that's stuff that white people say. Well, if you stop talking about racism, we can not deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that sentiment, and that's just cowardly to me. Because you're not dealing in reality. The reality is we deal with racism in some way every day, whether it's microaggressions or whether it's outright racism. We deal with it every day on some level. Now we still live and we still fight and we still make money and take care of our families and do what we do. But that doesn't mean we're a victim when we point out racism. Like, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not victim talk. Like, that's just real talk.
Hey Jeff. So he said even as he was talking about his area that he lives in about DeSoto, and I know he's listening. You live in DeSoto because you don't want to be around racist white people, right? So isn't that acknowledging that racism exists? Like I mean, am I tripping? You know what I'm saying?
It's almost delusional, but he know what it's like where he talking is what he want. You know what I mean? Is what in his mind is what he want, and that's why
it's really salacious. It's you trying to draw a certain response, and you know what I'm saying. Even saying what he's saying right there, like acknowledging systems of racism while openly not doing a damn thing about them. I think we are doing something about it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pointing it out is doing something about it because you're bringing it out in the open, and you're educating and you're teaching. That's
I
doing
respect what
something
he's trying to do. I respect what he's trying to do. Is like I say, if he's running for, I think he said mayor. Salute to you, bro. Do your thing if that's what you're doing, because I think you're doing it because you're trying to fight racism. You must do it somewhere in there. So you want to try to combat it. So you're trying to do something. So that means you're acknowledging it. So it is what it is. Now you saying everybody claiming victim for saying that they know racism exists. That's the only thing we might not agree on. But I mean, some people might be victims. It might be some of them playing a victim role. But that's a generalization maybe of what you saw and you trying to put it on everybody.
I think you're more playing a victim role if you are every time that you fail or every time that you try to go get a job, every time that you try to get to school, whatever, and all you ever say is, well, the white man stopped me from doing this, when really you went up in there and you weren't dressed right or you didn't know how have interview skills, things
somebody
like
can
that.
shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, that's playing victim. You know what I'm saying? Not the other things are like factual things that really happen. You know what I'm saying? Like people have put names on applications that look black. I put that in quotations, look black, and those people didn't even they got put in the not come in and even interview file, and then you put Jennifer Bailey on there, and the Jennifer Baileys are getting the interviews. You see what I'm saying? So these are test studies that have been done to show little things of racism. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a small thing. You know what I'm saying? There's many more. Like you said, the red line and the banking, the housing stuff, all that stuff is real. It's not a joke. You know what I mean? Even getting these buildings for this barbershop, I have to be selective in the agent I find and where I go in to know what I'm getting into before I really put my black self into this business environment, this demographic. So you got to be cognizant of those things. If I was
Yeah, we're going to cut it. We always 3 hours into it.
That's y'all, man.
We might have to say something for next week or something. Hey, salute to everybody. We still got comments dropping and everything.
Hit the comments. What they saying?
Yeah, we try to get to all of them. I don't know. We don't want to go too far back because there's a lot of them dropping in there. But we'll start with Art. Art said people with an individualistic mindset don't believe in systematic racism because they don't believe racism affects them as an individual. True. They don't see how it affects the collective. And they figure, everybody want to be. If Kobe feel like he Kobe, he feel like everybody should be Kobe.
Yeah, until it hits them, and that's usually what happens. You know what I'm saying? That dose of reality comes, and it comes real hard.
Yeah.
The Candace Owens of the world.
That's
that go around preaching that until it hits them, like it did with her in California. You know what I'm saying? Then she sued, and then I thought it wasn't no systemic racism.
Bro, I don't know Will for like, damn, I want to say 30 years.
Damn.
Now, recently, these last couple of years, I'll be like, damn, bro, stop watching Candace Owens, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's my baby, but damn, stop watching her.
Well,
because his talking points, it's starting to sound like what she be saying.
Yeah, well, even she's starting to walk it back now
and
because
she is. She changed, bro.
Well, she got fired for one, and so now who she come back to? Black people. Like, but we ain't talking about that part though. You'll parrot her stuff that she was doing for the same reasons to get attention. Ironically, get attention from white people.
Political Stacey
And
Dash.
she talked about that victim mentality or whatever, the same thing that she relying on right now.
Oh, those are conservative talking points. They've been a thing, especially in conservative black circles.
I mean, it's a bag in that type of thing that Candace Owens doing though.
She made a bag.
It's a bag in that. If you could be that black voice that make certain people feel okay about the way they feel about black people or whatever because of what you say, and it make them and they be comfortable with whatever little thoughts they have because you be the one to reinforce them, so they'll be able to say, hey, so and so said that. So, like, how you going to get mad at me? You know what I'm saying? This person or that person said that. You know what I'm saying? So, you just got to be careful about how you put your point out there because, just like anything else, people will find a way to abuse it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Misinterpret it. You know what I'm saying? Take it and twist it. You know what I'm saying? So, that shit's slippery, man. It really is.
Seriously, I deal in this every day. You know what I'm saying? Like the very, my shirt says it all. You know what I'm saying? I deal with systems and how to change them.
Bring me up instead of being messy. You funny.
he a motherfucker, man.
You funny. Yeah. You right there. What you got the sad face on for?
He look back.
You all right? You all right? You still?
I'm trying. No, let him.
You still?
Let him.
Y'all talking for me.
Everything he say from this moment.
Everything
he say from this moment forward, he's being a victim.
Hey,
Go ahead, bro.
I want to jump on here and say peace and love to all the fellas on the panel.
Yes, sir.
Whatever our differences have been through the years, I just want y'all to know it's always been a respectful disagree. Now, of course, sword sharpens sword, and I often use that with Jeff, and I often use that with Jay Jack. Sword sharpens sword. I feel like to challenge my views, I oftentimes like being in situations like this where it's combative.
Salute to you.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to let y'all know, like, this also helps me to be a better man, helps me to have a better feel for what I'm trying to do. And I thank y'all for the conversation today, for sure.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you.
It's all love. I be saying it's all love.
You know it's all love. We've been debating for years. One thing I got love. If it's one thing I got love for you for is that you ain't so often gonna cry about anything being said. We don't have our battles. We don't have our talks in the inbox. You know how I feel. You know what I mean? Because me, Jeff, one thing that I think we might not agree with you on the fact that we still kind of hold on to where we came from, and we know that to bring people up, you got to keep fighting and building.
I guess I don't.
No, I want you to.
I guess I don't now.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen. That's what I feel, bro. That's what I look at. I be like, bro, because you feel like everybody should be on that equal plane, and you ain't understand that you built yourself up to be the man you are now. They have to be built up too. Some people have to be built up. You got to remember that. You the same way. If you see somebody, bro, if you see somebody that might remind you of you, or maybe in your eyes, or maybe in that way, you can talk to them. You can educate. You can talk to them, but don't talk down to them. You feel me? That's my main thing.
I don't feel like I talk down to anybody. I feel like like I said, I know we in our closing. I just wanted to clarify. On my end, I'm not running for mayor because I'm trying to fight racism. I'm trying to show black men and black boys a better way.
I man, salute to you for that.
I feel like even with our city councils, our judges, our mayors, and a lot of different aspects of our leadership now is all female. And it's because a lot of black men are stuck in this perpetual Peter Pan syndrome, where they never really growing up. They never really want responsibility. They never really want to get to that level.
What I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to be able to show them that you can get to these levels, that you can have a family, that you can have a home, that you can build a nuclear place, that you can have a good anchor somewhere. These are the kind of things that I want to show young men. So I feel like when we get a lot of excuse based, it puts us in a frame of stagnation where we don't really grow from it. And that's all I was trying to say. That's all. I'll let y'all have it.
And this is my thing is, bro, I respect everything you doing and everything you did. You know what I mean? Everything you gonna do. What you said on a couple of things was like shots. That's what I'm saying. When you throwing shots at people, that's where your message might get lost. When you saying they being victims or they got the Peter Pan syndrome, or you know, when you throwing those little things in there, you know what I mean? That throws off your message to a lot of people. You know what I mean?
I'll take my jobs with the best of them though. Just acknowledge Will took some jobs today.
What I'm saying, true indeed. But what I'm saying is you got a lot of knowledge to be able to share without doing that. You got a lot of things you can give to people without doing that. You feel me? You got a lot of knowledge to be able to give people without doing that. You know what I mean? That part of the game of where you want to reach people, you don't have to do that. I know we're in the troll game. I know we're in the troll era, but you got a lot of knowledge that you can share and you can talk to people. When they have seminars, they don't have seminars and say, hey, you can get you a house because all of y'all Peter Pan ass niggas, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, bro. You got a lot of things you can give people without throwing the disrespect towards them and that they get and say, man, you know what? I ain't know Willie. I didn't know I can. Oh, man, he taught me this. He taught me. They might say, damn, this one trying to teach me why, and go, man, bro. You know what I mean? So they already got and I know from being a management, I can say, hey, go do your job because I'm tired of you being lazy. Damn, I ain't had to put that last part in, did I?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think it speaks to a stereotype. When you say that, and I'm coming from a position again where I deal with people in the community on multiple levels, and I can say with certainty that most men out here work
hard, nigga.
So to say that I'm trying to teach y'all men how to work, and I work.
That's what I said.
I'm gonna take offense to that because I work already.
That's what I said.
And Waterman.
Now, if you're gonna give me some game to level up,
I'm trying to teach y'all how to work. Damn.
Don't read into it too deep. This is an example, bro.
One of the
it's
best
an example though. Like it's an example.
The best cats I love to watch and learn from is Wall Street Trapper. And when I watch Wall Street Trapper, because I'm a heavy in the stock market, and if Wall Street Trapper starts saying y'all motherfuckers don't make no money like me, oh man, I'm gonna look at Wall Street Trapper and be like, dog, you losing me, bro. I would love it. Damn, nah, because I don't make money like you.
That's why I don't like Jay-Z.
But that don't mean I ain't in the game doing the same. I know the same things you know, but damn, I want to see what you know. But don't little boy me. You know what I mean? Because once you little boy me, I'm gone. I don't even want to fuck with you.
All right.
That's why some people might look at it.
We having. I guess I was having a conversation more so with you fellas talking about what I see. I'm not talking about y'all being Peter Pan because we know all men that's doing well. Like
we talking about other people. We ain't talking about us. We talking about how other people.
When I'm having this conversation, I'm looking at it more so from a lens of what in my circumference of awareness. I see women stepping up to positions of leadership and authority in all facets and walks. And if we gonna say, oh, you just generalizing, because I see plenty of men, I get it, 100%. What I'm seeing is my mayor is a woman, my superintendent is a woman, my school principals are women, my city councilmen are 5 out of 6 are women. Where are the men at? So when I say I want to step into a position to get into leadership like this, so I can show young men, I see my boy Drake got the something stank face, and I get it.
No, I'm just listening.
My mayor, man.
I really
mayor, a black man.
Position of power. Now, I want to give you this real quick. This is just a real quick example. My daughter went off to TCU to study nursing. Me and my wife all worked in healthcare all our life. We raised her into a nursing program. We got her into school, full scholarship, $75K a year. I ain't got to pay for it. We are happy. She takes an internship working for our mayor. Changed her major now to law. She wants to be a politician. And I love it. And I said, damn, my daughter grew up in a house with a nurse practitioner. Mama is a nurse. She saw that mayor with the power that she had as a mayor, as a woman in authority, as a leader, and she said, damn, I want to be like that. And I thought to myself, what about our boys? Who do our boys got? So I started looking around our city council. Damn, all our city council seats are women. Damn, all our superintendents are women. All our teachers are women. I said, who do our boys got to look up to in those kind of ways? I'm a business owner. I want to run for mayor so that I can put myself in position as a business owner to then be a leader, to then help from that aspect. But I want to be able to show men like, damn, we can do these things. So I told one of my neighbors across the street, he said he wanted to be a part of my campaign. He cried, 75-year-old man, black man, cried, said, man, we don't never see men out here in these positions no more. Men have given up on their responsibility. And I didn't take offense to that. Oh, what you mean? You trying to little boy me? No, I said, damn. Looking and taking account, we have shunned our accountability on leadership. Women is running everything. I didn't take offense to it. I looked inside and said, I can do something about it. You feel me? So when I talk to y'all about these things, I'm not talking to you to say, oh, y'all Peter Pan. I'm talking about the men out here, even if it's not the men y'all know. Can we build up these men to help them get responsibility? That's
in
all.
DeSoto? Are you saying this for DeSoto, bro?
I'm saying this for everywhere. Why can't we implement this everywhere?
Because that's
media,
what you see.
I give a lot of talks about how to start service business, how to level up your business, how to do these different things. That's my part that I can do right now. I'm trying to take it to another level. But at the same time, I'm talking to other men right now. And we're talking about solution-based stuff. And each time I bring up something that I feel is solution-based, I keep hearing, well, it's because of this. See, that won't work.
It's a lot of hard hitters.
That's because people are gonna have a different opinion than you. But
I'm good with that. I challenge that. But y'all taking his jobs back at y'all.
Well, I don't. I'll just submit this, and even Miss Monique is lending thought to this same thing. Like, could it be that you're starting to see more women, not because men are failing, but because women are being empowered? Has nothing to do with us.
That's great. I have an empowered daughter. I have an empowered wife.
Exactly. That doesn't mean that you're not empowered.
Nothing to do with men being present.
Men are present. We are in a patriarchal society.
Ooh,
we are the standard. Like we ain't been missing. Like, we've been the ones that, for a lot of the wrong reasons, have been the ones that have been leading, because women couldn't lead. Like up until 1979, women couldn't even have a credit card. So what you're seeing is progression, big dog, not a regression of male living. It's progression is what you're seeing. So if you got a black woman mayor, that's great. They ain't got nothing to do with a man.
Yeah, and like I said, it was great for my daughter to see that. I love that for her. I'm saying there are no men present. So from what I see. So what I'm trying to do is do something about that, to be a man that's present. And shout out to Monique for being a positive woman that is present in Saginaw, so women can see and young men can see a better way. On my end, I want to do my part as well. I don't want to shun leadership. I want to step up for leadership.
And this is what J Jack is talking about. Like, the words that you choose, man, it's going to be prickly. They're just going to be prickly.
You take offense to that?
I don't, but I'm a wordsmith.
Trey, do that take offense? Do you take offense to that? Like, just me saying I want to step up and be a leader?
I don't think that's what he's.
That ain't what you're talking about.
As I'm listening to you, bro, and again, I've never lived in DeSoto, but I know how DeSoto is. DeSoto is not a area of people who are not doing good. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole bunch of black people out there who are doing very well. So it kind of, I'm trying to figure out, like, if that's your message to the young black men, that they need to do better and you're trying to show them how to work. I mean,
that's not my message. Where did that keep coming from? I don't understand it. I don't understand where that's coming from.
Those are your words, because your words.
Showing them how to work. That was Jeff's words. I never said I want to show people how to work. Jeff said he used that for an example. I don't want to show people how to work. I want to show people a better way. I want to step up to leadership to show men can be in leadership. I want to show men how to lead
You see what she said?
I don't want to show you how to work. No.
You see what she said?
That right there, bro.
She is actually
Look at your words, bro.
she actually
take heed.
You can't. You got to be clear. You got to be clear. Have that clarity when you speak, man. I'm not even a political dude, bro.
Y'all, man, y'all gonna watch this back and y'all gonna see Jeff say that. Y'all ain't gonna have no. Hey, Will, you was wrong. You was right.
I'll look at it later. I'll send it to you. I'm good at that.
Right, you're on a panel right now with everybody that want to see you succeed. You
Yep.
feel me? There's no way you think or that you should think we think you talking to us as far as little boy and other us. We're talking about our people. You feel me? We want to see you succeed. I want to see you run. I want to see Jeff run. I always, when I do a magazine, I promote so many. I don't think nobody promote more people than me. You know what I mean? Everywhere, Jeff, everybody promote, but I'm saying
been in your magazine before. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my whole job is to promote people. You feel me? That's my whole job. I want to see you succeed. All I say is turn people off by your wording. And if you say, "Oh, you mad at for me thinking you a little boy," no, that ain't it. I'm not talking about me. I want to see you succeed, but I want to see you talk to people. Because if Donald Trump out there saying those words, you feel me?
Man,
if Donald Trump out there,
y'all gonna watch this back and be wild. Y'all gonna be like, damn. No, because think about this. I say, I want to show black men a better way. Too many of us are failing in leadership. I
like that.
No, which I take it. Oh, so you said you try to show us how to work? No, I didn't say that. See, you got to choose your words. Man, you said little boy. You can't say no. I never said.
What about what you say? I might have to play that back for you. What
that was your turn, Jeff. You said little. Jack, you said little boy.
Yeah, I did say little boy because that's what
I'm saying. So when you read it back, you'll be like,
when you say I'm trying to teach y'all men, you little boy in them. You know what I mean? The way you say it, the way you put it in your content. We talking about content.
I even put it on text for that. I said young boys and men a better way.
Describe what your Peter Pan syndrome is.
All right. Peter Pan syndrome is a perpetual state of never growing up and facing leadership, facing responsibility, facing accountability, and facing discipline. Now, it's a perpetual state of grown boyism. Now,
that's a little boy.
And you think that, and you
think that's scary?
That's crazy.
I just said that now.
And the question is, do you think that's going to play well in a political setting?
It's not.
It's not.
I want to see you succeed, bro. So you can take the constructive criticism. You can take it. You can use it. You can not use it. You can go and say, "Hey, your Peter Pan ass niggas." You can go do it. I ain't worried about that. If you succeed, I'm happy. And if your way works, I'm happy. If it don't work and you choose another way, it worked. And I'm happy. If you succeed, I'm happy. That's it. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm gonna be happy if you
addressing the issue.
But what issue?
We still never addressed the issue of how do we reach those men? Like there are men like that. That's what I'm saying. There are men like that. To ignore those men is to ignore a part of our section that's our base of power.
Oh,
no,
you can understand there are men like that without calling them that.
I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.
Dre, we about to get off here.
Let's get talking to y'all.
Let me see. Let me read her comments first. She say, if you're going to be a part, I see, that one. She was true on that. I've always said what was on my mind. My mom's always told me I couldn't do that. My mentors told me that I wouldn't listen at first because if a person was lying, I called them a lie. Now I say that was incorrect. Then she said it means the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So she telling you
it's the way we work.
Weighing your words. And as a manager, I've been a manager for 8-9 years. Where I talk to my associate, the way I talk to people can get me either disciplined. It can get me in the office. It can get them to saying, you try to talk to me wrong. I done had times when people might say, because I when I first got there from Saginaw mentality, I used to be like, hey, but it can get you to a point where another person don't receive your words correctly or don't receive what you're trying to display to them correctly. You know what I mean? And you might have good intentions, but you don't know what's going into someone's ears or how they feel, you know what I mean, or what they might take it as. And I done seen it where it could be something simple like, hey, ma'am, you got to go in if you do this and that. And she's like, look, you ain't going to tell me what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. Like, oh, okay. Well, you go ahead. And it can be just that simple.
Right. Hey, on a light note.
Can I
we've been on here 3.5 hours.
Can I say this before I get off?
No conversation.
Hold on. The only thing I want to tell Will is just consider the reaction that you got with this small interaction today. And just think about that going forward when you start dealing with larger folks of people, larger crowds of people, excuse me.
With folks who on your side.
just consider the kind of feedback you got, to just be prepared to just know that it might get on a larger scale, and then just take that and figure out, that's how you're going to figure out the crowd that you need to address. You know, you were saying you didn't know where to run at. You know, you got to start. All I can tell you is to take your message and run your message across people, man. It'll tell you where you stand at with it.
I appreciate that wholeheartedly, Kerry.
Yeah. And don't watch Candace Owens before you go talk to them people either.
I receive that as well.
Monique says it's been a ball, y'all. Peace. Salute to you, Miss Monique. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody watching. Quite a few people watching. Everybody that watched this live that's gonna watch it later. If you watch the whole 3 hours and 40 minutes, it's gonna be something for you. So don't watch.
Well, we can't get that hour for nothing, man.
No, we ain't gonna not on the news. Yeah, I see that. I see how this going. With the news, we can touch so many topics. No, it ain't gonna be no hour.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's been a ball having everybody on here, man. I enjoyed the talk. Some laughs. We had some heated debates. We came back and laughed. And anybody that's watching it, man, listen, dog. You can have debates with your guys, your homies, for the ladies with your sisters, and y'all can still come out smiling and laughing at the end and talking joke. And that's what we always done did. We might not agree on everything, but you know what? We want to see each other succeed. So that's what it is.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
All love.
All love. We out of here. Appreciate everybody.
Yep.